All right, all right. What's going on, Big Blue Nation? What's going on YouTube? What's going on Facebook? What's going on Twitch? This is my first time streaming on 3 platforms. This is pretty cool. New StreamYard, as you can see, new logo at the top right. Got the ticker at the bottom, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Only 3 subscribers from 200. We're gonna talk about some Big Blue today, and we get some callers in. We can talk about any subject in sports. But thank you guys for tuning in. We get, but it's my first time streaming on 3 platforms at once. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty doggone cool, man. But with my New York Giants, man, we're gonna talk about a little bit about New York, the signing of Danny Shelton. Believe it's a great signing. What's going on, John Doe? Thank you for tuning in, bro. Got the new StreamYard going, man. If you guys want to call in to the channel, the link will be in the comments. Let me post that right there. There you go. You guys could call in at any time, man. But what's going on, John Doe? Thank you for tuning in. Danny the dump truck, man. This signing came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. I didn't know they were looking at Danny Shelton, but you gotta give a hand clap to Joe Judge and Dave Gettleman and the Giants franchise. What's going on? One of the regulars popping in. What's going on, Zeke?
What's good?
Not much, bro. I was just talking about the signing of Danny Shelton, man, how that helps us with Dalvin Tomlinson, with the absence of Dalvin Tomlinson. I believe this is an excellent.
This is one of the best defensive tackles in free agency. You want me to tell you guys why? Let me tell you why. He has better stats than Dalvin Tomlinson, and he averages more tackles than Dalvin Tomlinson. Dalvin Tomlinson only averaged in 2020. I checked the stats, and he had 49, and he had more tackles for loss than Danny Shelton. And Danny Shelton has 60 tackles in the run game. That's good, bro. I'm telling you. I feel like for $2 million in 1 year, that's excellent, to be honest.
Yeah, that's an excellent deal. John Doe comes up with great stats. He said he had 36 tackles in 12 games last year.
Yeah.
Dalvin had 46 and 16. He can't pass rush like Big Dalvin, though. No, he cannot. But I don't believe we bringing him in to get any type of pass rush. It's just Dalvin Tomlinson was just a plus when he did that.
Right.
And I believe Danny Shelton makes our run defense still stout. We don't lose anything on run defense, and we're actually manufacturing a plan to get more pass rush.
Right. And the reason why that he had 36 is because he had 12 games, and you know how the Lions is, they destroy your career.
That and he had a triceps injury too, so
and that's
why he was still on the market. But they say he should be ready to go by the start of the season. And he had
nose tackle.
Yeah, he has Super Bowl winning experience, and he's played with Joe Judge already, so they already know him, and that's why he came in. We're building a new culture, folks, here in New York, whether you believe it or not, man. I believe this team is going to be outstanding. Bar any injuries or anything crazy happening, I think this team is going to do very well.
Yeah, man. I love the signing, man, and the thing is that he has experience. And the thing, you know what's crazy? Our 3 defensive tackles are first round players.
Yeah, our 3 defensive tackles are first round picks. And shout out to Tony Skywalker. I don't know if you're a subscriber already, but if not, go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button for me. He says anything that helps you all beat Dallas is great. Straight up.
Right.
Straight up. I believe it or not, man, if Dallas gets their act together, I believe they could be our toughest foe out there.
Yeah, they could.
It's
their defense. If their defense is at least good enough, they could beat us twice. To be honest, I'm admit it. And they got Dak Prescott, who knows how to use his receivers. He knows.
Straight up.
Yeah. That's the thing. But have you seen the ESPN haters today?
Oh man, I mean, we get haters every day, man. We get
Right,
haters every day. So I'm not worried about it, man. Let's
right,
just go out there and prove the haters wrong, man. We get
right,
them every day. Every move that we make is stupid.
right,
Every move that we make, we overpay. Every move that we make is not smart.
right,
Joe
yo.
Judge, he's not a
Mhm.
head coach. He's going to be terrible at head coach. He won't be able to command the team because he's only a special teams
How
coordinator.
you gonna how you gonna say he's a bad coach? Yo, we beat the Seahawks with a backup quarterback. Come on, guys. I hate ESPN haters. Oh,
Look,
how
man.
what you like about that 17 games?
Yeah, I was going to get to that. The 17 games.
Mm-hmm.
I only like it if they cut a preseason game because those guys, you know the punishment those guys go in
Right.
when they had it at 16 games. Now you want to add another game,
I
and
think that they should add more roster, at least 60,
what's
because of
going
that
on, champ? Yeah, I think they should add more to the game
roster.
day rosters.
Mm-hmm.
To a lot of.
Mm-hmm. And more draft picks, like one more
Oh,
round.
okay, yeah. Hey, it is Bone. My bad, Bone. This is I played with Tony Skywalker, aka Bone, on NBA 2K, man. I ain't played in a
Oh.
minute. I gotta get back on, but I ain't got that PS5, so I can't join you in White Gold. I gotta get a
Mm.
PS5 first. But shout out
Mm.
to Bone, man. Thank you for tuning in, bro.
Oh, that's what's up. Oh wait, you got the which you got the current gen 2K or the next gen?
I got current gen.
The
I got
current gen, right?
PS4. I
Yeah.
don't have a PS5. What's
Uh,
going on, Viz?
yeah,
Okay,
man.
John Doe said they cut a
Mm.
preseason game. Okay. Well, they should
They
add
cut one.
like three guys to the game day roster as well. You
Yeah.
should be able to have about 56 to 58 people instead of 53 if you're adding
Mm-hmm.
games, because if they add one game, they're going to add an 18th game probably next season because they want to make it an even number of games. So
Mm-hmm.
you might see 18 games next season with that, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why we can't go 11-6, 12-5 next year. I
Yo,
really don't.
and we're gonna play the 17 games with the Dolphins, so we have a chance to beat them.
That's going to be a pretty doggone good game.
I can't
However
lie,
it
that's
goes,
gonna be
that's
a
going to be a
good ass
pretty good
game.
game
Yeah, man.
because
That's gonna be a pretty good game. Mhm.
because
I hear an echo.
yeah, that was my Twitch. I'm
Oh, okay.
streaming on 3 platforms now, man. The new StreamYard is pretty cool, man. The updated version.
Right?
I'm streaming on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube as of right now.
Yo,
So
Facebook and on Twitch.
yeah.
Right? Yo, bro, that's what's up, bro.
Some callers in. We can talk about any subject.
That's what's up.
That's crazy. I'm learning how to do it. It's crazy though. I like it.
Right? That shit was
I'm,
cool, bro.
I'm streaming on like 3 platforms. That's cool.
Right?
I think we could. John Doe, what's going on? He says, I think we could really win 10 games if everybody doesn't get hurt or sick. That is
True.
true. That's what I'm saying. At least
Mhm.
10-7.
At
I
least
think
10
10
and
and
7.
7 may get us in the playoffs.
It could.
My main man Bone says, I don't like the 17 games. I really don't like the 17 games either, Bone, because man, these guys already go through so much in 16
Mhm.
games. But if you're
Right.
cutting the preseason games and you can add more men to the active day roster, I can see that, balancing it out. And that's the more, why they add more games is to bring more revenue to the teams. That's an extra home game for teams. So that brings more revenue. So the salary
It's
cap may
good
go
and
up a little
bad, to
bit
be
more.
honest.
It's good and bad, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we could wake up every morning and see every football game, like more football games. Because like I remember when the Giants got eliminated, right? And then the next Sunday, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot we not in the playoffs. We not in the playoffs.
right. But
So
I really true believe this is a playoff team, barring injury, barring any major screw ups or anybody getting in trouble off the field. Hopefully, no domestic violence things, anything like that
right.
happening. No suspensions given out, man. I believe this is going to be a pretty doggone good team, man. It's going to be a very good team. I do believe Daniel Jones makes a great leap this year.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm willing to bet on it. I'm willing to bet on it. Because if that offensive line holds up this year,
right,
on passing plays or running plays, we're
that
getting
pocket
yards,
presence
folks.
is gonna get better.
Yeah, we're getting yards, folks.
We're gonna get yards. I'm telling you, we're gonna have at
because
least
we have the weapons now.
4,000.
Everybody's not gonna get locked up 90% of the time. Now you may face a team that's just playing extremely well that day, and they may lock us up somehow. But other than that, man, I don't see too many teams just stopping us like that. I just don't.
Oh,
I really
that's
don't
nice
see too many teams stopping us. Yeah, you see the things I can do with it now, man. Cool.
Yo, damn.
Yeah, that's nice,
and the
man.
thing,
That's nice.
You know what's crazy? That if we're having the games, right? You know that thing in the under the don't forget to subscribe. You could put the score.
Yeah, I could put the score there. Yeah, right. I know. Yeah,
nice.
It's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be nice, dude. You know, Big Pat Sports Dog doing a lot of things right now. We got John Doe popping up in the chat, man. What's going on, John?
I think
I'm good. Y'all guys good?
Yeah. Well, hey. So I seen you commenting on Danny Shelton. I would love to hear how you exactly think without in the chat. I want to hear you speak about it. Speak about that for me a little bit, man. I think it's a huge signing, but let's get your perspective on
it. Outside of Kyle Rudolph, I think that's probably our third most important signing, because you win to beat your division, and if Dallas is healthy, I think them and Washington are probably the two most competitive teams against us, and always being able to stop the run and stop Zeke is very important. And he's got about 25 pounds on Dalvin, and Dalvin's not a little man by no means.
Exactly.
The pass rush Dalvin does. Dalvin had 3.5 sacks 2 years in a row. He had 1 3-sack season, but other than that, he's But the run stuff, and he's probably, when healthy, every bit as good as Dalvin is. Every bit, because the weight. I mean, it's just physics. He's between him and Dexter Lawrence. That's 700 pounds. That's 700 pounds a human.
Oh, big boys. We got the Bearded one in the building. What's going on?
The Beard is here.
What's going on, Beard? What's good, Joe?
That's all right. Don't stop, John. I want to keep hearing. I want to hear more about this. I kind of like what I'm hearing. I like your thought.
John, you still there?
I think he's lying. I don't know.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? John. Well, Joe, while John gets it back together, hopefully he's still here. I don't know if he left or not. But what you think of the Danny Shelton signing, man?
Man, I was really enjoying hearing what John had to say. That we lost a key piece on this defensive line, because even Leo said that Dalvin double teams for him, and by signing him, Judge has been looking at defensive ends. I said it on Hubstream. Don't be surprised if we go Rousseau or Phillips or Kwity Paye.
Right.
I believe if we go defensive end, I believe we go Phillips. Because as far as defensive end, I believe we want edge talent, and Phillips is the only one that can actually go out to the edge and be successful.
That's good.
That guy's workout was amazing, man. When I say Phillips looked like he could be dominant, barring him getting injured again, I believe Phillips and Lorenzo Carter on that edge will bring a lot to the table. I believe it will so. But hey, what's going on, John Doe? I see that you're back, man. I wanted you to finish your thoughts, because me and Joe were interested in what you were having to say about that, man. I don't know if you got cut off by me. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know if there's too much more to say other than he's just a real good nose tackle. He's not near as versatile as the other tackles we have, but you just want him to clog the lane between him and Dexter Lawrence. That's about 700 pounds of human. That's hard to run through. Them are some big boys. You ain't just gonna push them around. I watched even on the line, even on the lines when he's a little boogered up, you still can't push him around. Like if you send a tight end on him, he's gonna throw him. He's gonna throw him. He's 345 pounds, 350. Like he's noticeably bigger than Dalvin. He's a tank.
Yeah, that's what I love about it.
It's called him Danny the Dump Truck. I have seen dump trucks around here where I live smaller than that dude. He is a big man.
Hey, look, man. When I go ahead, Joe.
I wanted to ask Joe, who's apparently John's done research on it, but whose playing style would you compare him to as a defensive lineman?
He's 345. I mean, just think of any like pure run stuffer. Like he don't bring pass rush.
I can name a few.
Like he's probably I think in 2016 he almost had 60 tackles. Like he had run stops, not tackles, like run stops, like what they call like stopping the run in negative gains. And
he had that in 2019 too.
Yeah,
he had a lot. He had a lot. He had 36. He had 36 last year in 12 games, and Dalvin had 46 in 16 games. So that gives you an idea. He's on pace to have more.
Yeah, the guys that he reminds you of, and the reason why he's a New York Giant right now, he reminds them a little bit of Vince Wilfork when he was with the Patriots, and Keith Traylor. I don't know if you remember those big guys. Down at the defensive tackle. I'm kind of.
Dalvin's just 320, 325.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Shelton's
is
like 350, like a Vince Wilfork and Ted Washington back in the day, Keith Traylor. I don't know if you remember those guys. I believe Keith Traylor and Vince Wilfork played for the Patriots at one time. And if you remember Big Ted Washington, he was with the Bears and the Bills. That's exactly what this guy plays like, man. You could double team this guy, and he can still play a gap. He's a two-gap defensive tackle. So what that does is that frees up.
We don't even ask our guys to two-gap all that much, but he can do it well.
But he can do it well, and that frees up Leonard Williams. It frees up your edges. It frees up a lot. Say if we get a Micah Parsons or someone, you know how much.
The linebackers are going to love playing behind him. The linebackers are going to love behind him.
That would be.
That
guy running a 4.36 roaming free. Not being hit by linemen, you know how he can shoot the gap on mid blitzes and shoot the gap on run plays. And then if he does come, he's not going to be the quarterback of the defense like Penn State was asking him to. He's going to play that opposite linebacker of Blake Martinez. So he's really going to have a one gap assignment every play. You know how fast he's going to shoot that gap if we pick that guy with a guy like Shelton. Michael Parsons, man. If we decide to pick him. That dude is absolutely deadly.
I wouldn't turn it down. Just, check into the guy. He's definitely talented. He's a hybrid linebacker for sure. He's
going to be.
I don't hate the more I've looked into some of these edge and linemen. We brought in Danny Shelton, so I don't know. We probably don't pick up anything like that. But I'm not a fan of Rousseau. I think he's probably more of the 15 to 25 ranked prospect that should go in the draft, that mid first round pick to late first round pick. I like Kwity Paye quite a lot.
Yeah, Kwity Paye is an absolute monster against the run. I'll tell you that now.
Wasn't Miami's pro day today?
I like Kwity Paye because. Go ahead.
But Phillips outperformed Rousseau today, didn't he?
That was I believe yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Okay.
Phillips pro day was amazing. Like that guy is a specimen, man.
I gotta watch it.
Guys, have you guys watched Daniel Jones workout today? That was just crazy.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I have to go watch it.
Yo, he was doing I think it was like push-ups, but with weights with him, like something like that. My God. For a quarterback,
that dude is going to only get bigger and stronger every year, man. He's going to work out every year. He's never going to sit on his butt during the off season. I promise you that.
Right.
He's always looking to get better. He's just a winner, man.
Ooh,
He's just a winner. And now that we put winning pieces around him, I want to see. I'm anxious to see what Daniel Jones really is this year. This year is going to show you what Daniel Jones really is.
Mm-hmm. If we get the O-line
for real, and I can't wait to see it.
And let's not act like the O-line is just absolutely trash. It's really not.
No,
we're actually a very good run blocking line, and our pass blocking just has to get a tad bit better. But it wasn't atrocious, because if it was, we dominated Washington along the line twice last year. And they have the best defensive line in the game.
Right.
Almost by far. 49ers are a close second, I believe. But we handled the Redskins defensive line pretty handily twice last year. So that gives me a little bit of hope for our pass blocking. But our run blocking was elite last year.
I'm not saying the O-line's trash. You know what? If we went Parsons or wide receiver or edge in the first, definitely in the second, I would definitely want like an interior lineman, center, guard, somebody who can play both positions.
Yeah, hopefully Wyatt Davis or somebody like that falls to the second round to us.
And then like third round, if we went Phillips in the first, and then we go Davis in the second, then like Chaz Surratt in the third, I really think there's no way that nobody's really gonna be upset with no matter who goes where. Because
no, and I've heard if Phillips passes his physical, we very well could take him.
Yeah,
that's going to be the key. Yes, if he can pass that.
Yeah, if he passes his physical, man, and he's there,
I like Kwity Paye because I think he's an underrated pass rusher.
Man,
we know the run game with Kwity Paye, but I think he's an underrated pass rusher. I don't think he was taught in college to be a pass rusher. I think he was taught to be a blue chip run stuffer. But his 3-cone and his like agility, his twitchiness, he's so much more twitchy than Rousseau. Like off the line, he's faster. Boom, gets right up in their face. Man, I like Kwity Paye.
When I tell you, Kwity Paye looked like an absolute speed demon when he was playing against the run. Like, man, he's gonna be one of the best run stopping defensive ends as soon as he touches the NFL football.
Yeah, and I like him because the pass rushing upside. I think he could be a 5, 6, 7 sack guy. I really do. I think if somebody taught him.
If he can bring that run stop intensity to the pass rush, yeah, I believe he could be a 10-sack guy. I believe he could be like an Aaron Donald type guy, man, because that dude athleticism is absolutely crazy.
It's insane. He had 36 reps at 225, and his 3-cone was just his tape's good too. His tape's good too. He's so good fundamentally in the run. He just don't have a lot of moves in his pass moves. No,
I don't think he was ever taught. I don't think he was ever taught.
I like him.
If we can teach him some pass rush moves, I wouldn't mind Kwity Paye. I believe Kwity Paye is going to be a monster in this league if he's taught correctly when he gets to this league. That dude is amazing, man. He's like a robot.
I like his floor. I like his floor. Yeah, I like his floor much more than Rousseau. His floor is so much higher as a run stopper.
Man, Rousseau is a major project.
With just as much pass upside, if not more.
Yo, but you guys haven't seen how Gary Rousseau built? Like, I thought
he's built like a monster.
But he's not. He's still not. Rousseau's even like he can't. Rousseau can't bench what Kwity Paye can. He don't have the foot speed either. Like that's what gets me about Kwity Paye. It's you had 36 bench reps at 225. That's real cool. But when he does a 3-cone and he's like flying through it, and then you look at his tape and he just gets off the line. Like so much faster than Rousseau. Rousseau's 266. Kwity Paye's like 3-something, and he's faster, and he seems to be more athletic in my opinion. I like his floor. Like his floor is so much he'll bust, not as a run stopper, not at all. And the pass, pass rush that can be schemed and taught to him because it's not like he doesn't have the ability. He don't have the array of moves that a Phillip does. A Phillip will hit you with a hezzy and a swim move. Like he'll hezzy with his feet, hesitation to get you off balance, and then swim move you and go around you. He's not got like these off the charts athleticism.
Rousseau has no twitch
technique.
Rousseau has no twitch to his game right now.
Like, I want to learn the swim move and everything. Like that would be nice. He has long arms.
But But if we really refine his technique, he's gonna be a monster in the NFL.
You talking about
Like,
Rousseau?
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
the size. He's got the arm length.
I give Quiddy Pay the Leonard Williams comp. He really does remind me of Leo a little bit.
Yeah, he does.
Quiddy Pay does. He reminds me a lot of Leonard Williams.
He a way quicker Leonard Williams at that. Because man, Quiddy, I wouldn't mind
36
Quiddy
bench
Pay.
reps. 36 bench reps at 225.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
And he's athletic. He's agile. 3 cones off the charts.
I do believe he would be the starting other end by the end of the season if we did pick up Quiddy Pay in the draft. He would be the starting other end. It would be him, Shelton, Williams on certain occasions. Then I don't know, man. If we draft Quiddy Pay, man, that's like an abundance of goods because we already got Dexter Lawrence. We just signed Shelton and we re-signed Williams. We got BJ Hill. We got Austin Johnson. We still got McIntosh on the team.
You don't know if when Dexter Lawrence hits the market, if the Giants want to pay him big money or just keep like a Quiddy Pay and, go that route.
I believe
they may move.
What's going on, Quincy? I believe they paid Dexter Lawrence, to be honest with you. I believe
they might, but
Dexter Lawrence.
If you can get somebody cheaper, younger, who's better, because I don't think Dexter Lawrence will ever be what Quiddy Pay is. Quiddy Pay is a freak.
No, he'll never be what Quiddy Pay could become. But Dexter Lawrence is going to be a force in this league for a long time, barring injury. He's a very good player.
That's the thing about Dexter. Dexter don't have a lot of injuries. I don't think he's been injured at all.
I don't think he's been injured at all either.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. We have so many options at 11, man. It's crazy.
And getting a good quality player too.
Would you be super shocked? This is what I don't think anybody would expect. What if they get to 11 and somebody? I think Dallas takes a Patrick Surtain, but what if they take a Michael Parsons and at 11 they pick up another corner in case somebody gets hurt, and run packages where they switch these guys out.
Only corner I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. Here's the thing. I wouldn't be surprised if they gave Patrick Graham the best defensive weapon they could get him at 11. I wouldn't be surprised at all because we've seen what he could do with an Isaac Yard. I wouldn't be at all surprised. It would go against the grain, but I would whoever Patrick Graham would want. I don't think that they would have a problem if Joe Judge looks at his tape and it's okay. He's the best player available. I mean, I would prefer offensive line. Like if a Slater's there, I say take him. I think he could be every bit as good as even an Andrew Thomas. I think Slater is fantastic. I watched Voch Lombardi break down his videos. He's very good. He may prototype as a guard a little more, but he could play tackle just as good as anybody else. He absolutely manhandled Chase Young. He put his helmet into the dirt with one hand. Mm-hmm. He one-handed Chase Young and shoved his face right into the dirt. And he didn't. It's not like he has better tape, in my opinion, than Penny Sewell. If Penny Sewell is on the board and Slater's on the board, I might literally take Slater. He doesn't have the upside Penny Sewell does. It's the crazy athleticism, but his technique is better. Day one, he's probably going to be a better player. He's not near as raw. He's way more defined. He's got a little bit shorter arms, but he knew how to use them. He caught Chase Young coming at him off balance, and he just got him right up under his helmet with one hand and just pulled him forward, pulled him towards him, and pulled him plumb off balance. Chase Young had overcommitted coming at him bull rushing. He just pulled him to him and just pulled him and pushed down. And when he pulled him by the front of the jersey and then pushed down, he shoved that dude right in the dirt, shoved his face right in the ground. I was like, dang, that's all you need on your resume is
I think Slater is going to be a better technical tackle than Penny Sewell. But if Penny Sewell gets the right coaching, that dude's going to be an absolute beast. When you look at Penny Sewell's tape, he's an absolute.
I don't know if you got a young quarterback, if that's what you want to bet on. Because if you're telling me that Slater can be an all-pro guard or a really good tackle and he's a lot less chance to bust, I'll take that. If I got a young quarterback, I'll take that. If I know he's going to be well above average at whatever position he plays and He's literally like taking him at 11 isn't a reach. He's been mocked above us some of the time. So I don't. That's I don't know. I don't think that's a bad idea
I
at
like
all.
Slater. I like
What do y'all
Slater
think?
better for us. I like Slater better for us because Slater is like the type that the New York Giants have always gotten as far as like linemen. When you think of the Sean O'Hare's, when you think of the Kareem McKenzie, people like that, he fits that mold. So I think he actually fits us better than Penny Sewell. And I believe they would. I believe the Giants organization would take Slater over Penny Sewell if they both were right there at the same position. I think they would go Slater. I believe he just fits us better. But down the line, I believe Penny Sewell will be a better tackle than Slater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't.
But
I don't.
is it enough? Is it that much better to where you're gonna sweat over it? Is what I'm saying.
No,
Because I know
think
people have thought Penny Sewell up to be a Hall of Famer, but that rarely happens. So I mean, I think realistically, Sewell can probably be just an extremely good tackle, or maybe the All-Pro guard because he probably can. Like if you slide Sewell to guard, I don't see him having a problem. A lot of his deficiencies in technique will be masked, but Slater, I just think, is more technically sound with his footwork and his hands. He seems to understand positioning. You watch his tape and you won't find it's boring. It's boring. Like he don't make a lot of mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
I watched probably 45 minutes of him, a bunch of clips chopped up. And he handled Chase Young, and then when you watch him play everybody else, it's just like, all right, but is that special? Because it's like nothing happening, I like him. He's one of my highest rated players.
I don't see Dallas going O-line. I mean, their defense is just hot garbage. They need help in the secondary so bad.
I wouldn't be surprised if they took Patrick Surtain or Michael Parsons if he's there.
I think they go Surtain.
I think they take corner
help.
Either Surtain.
I think they take the best defensive player. They may go because Dallas likes to go BPA, like how they did with the wide receiver last year. If they have Parsons above Surtain, they'll probably take him.
That's how McKinney fell to us.
Yep.
Yeah, and at 11.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I like getting Michael Parsons more than Kwity Paye, to be honest.
Yeah.
I believe Michael Parsons immediately comes to this defense and makes our front seven absolutely scary.
Nobody's gonna run the game.
I think we could use Parsons a lot more than we could use the Kwity Paye at this stage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now let's not forget all the
because we need another linebacker more than we need another.
What you said, Joe?
I said, don't forget about all that Simmons hype last year either. When the
this is a different player, though. This is a different player.
This is a different player.
But Pat is hyped the same way.
Yeah, he's hyped the exact same way. But this is a.
All I'm saying is caution, be advised. That's all.
Yeah, Mike Parsons is a different breed.
I see where you're going, Joe, but these are two totally different players.
I'm not saying he's not
different.
I
think they don't play the same way either, though.
Well, he wasn't
because you don't know what position. We didn't know what position Simmons was going to stick at. I think we're all pretty sure what Michael Parsons is.
Yeah,
well, he's going to play that linebacker role. He's probably inside.
I mean, I get it. He was a versatility, though. That was his key component to becoming into the NFL. Is he could play safety, he could play the Mike, and he could play the Rover, and he could do all that.
Yeah, but you're not putting Parsons at safety. You're playing him for linebacker roles, and that's it.
Exactly. He's probably going to be strong side linebacker on a 3-4 system, where he's going to shadow the running back coming out. And if the running back stays in, he's going to go in on a blitz. He's going to look for the screens. He's going to look for the sweeps. He's going to look for the rollouts and stuff like that. That's going to be his key.
I'm telling you, man.
With that speed, he's going to chase down Mahomes. He's going to chase down, what's his name in Houston?
Deshaun Watson.
He's going to chase those guys down and tackle them. That would be his job in the NFL coming in right now.
And
watch the short in front of stuff. Keep the receiver in front of you, and go in and get the tackle for the loss. I see exactly what. Whereas Simmons he could play safety, he could play corner, he could play slot, line up against the slot and guard him. He had that speed too, but it's just a different frame. and then we saw how hard he did. All I'm saying is that Giants fans get hooked the minute somebody starts talking about. So I'm not saying wasn't Judge at his pro day.
Yeah, Joe Judge was at his pro day.
But he also went to Miami. He's also been to Purdue. Didn't he go to Purdue or he missed out?
No, he went to Purdue.
Yeah, he also didn't buy.
Moore.
Joe Judge didn't buy into hype last year. He looked at the film. He looked at Thomas's film, McKinney's film, Darnay Holmes' film. He wasn't listening to any of what the draft experts said.
Right.
Because you look, we had a lot of late round picks that popped. Ian Brown on special teams, Carter Coughlin, Tay Crowder.
Who became starters
value picks. You don't have to pay them a lot for the first couple years in the league.
That's how you build a winning culture right there. When your late round picks hit, when you're 4th, 5th, and 6th, that's your team.
Exactly. I think Joe Judge likes a couple of guys though. I believe he likes Parsons. I believe he likes Phillips. I believe he likes
I think he likes Surtain.
Pitts. He likes Surtain. He likes Slater.
And I think he likes the wide receiver Smith.
Yeah, he likes Smith. I think he likes Smith and Waddle.
Yep.
I just don't.
I don't want receiver at 11.
I don't see them passing on Waddle or Smith at 11 if they're there. I just don't see him passing. Only way I see them passing is if Slater is there.
Smith or Waddle could be your number one receiver in a different draft.
Yeah. They could be your number one receiver in this draft. It's just that we just got Kenny Galladay this year.
Right.
Yeah, but even if Smith and Waddle.
No. I'm saying in a lesser draft, any one of these top 3 or 4 players could be the number one wide receiver off the board talent wise. Like,
yeah.
In a lesser draft, I could see any of these guys being a headliner, like a Waddle, like that's crazy speed he's got. A Smith route running out the wazoo. So
and he's not slow either.
Take the pick of whatever's on the board.
Listen, I don't mean to be downer, and I'm not trying to be Mr. Negative, but let's look at last year's draft. Out of all the number 1 wide receivers that went last year, the 2nd and 3rd round guys.
Yeah, but I remember Jamar Chase being hyped up last year and the year before. They've been hyping up some of these guys for a while.
But what's his name?
Especially Jamar Chase. He's been the last year's receivers that went. I didn't hear any of them. Jerry Jeudy a little bit, but I didn't hear any of them being hyped up like Jamar Chase was. They've been blowing smoke up that guy for a while. I don't know how he'll turn out. I like him. I think he'll probably be really good, but they've definitely he's been expected to be good for a while. Let's just say that. But Waddle come on a little later than Smith. You're right about that. And last year, a lot of them receivers didn't pan out. So you're right, Joel. You're definitely right. Not all these receivers are going to hit.
Shout out to Joseph.
All I'm saying is, though, it's not necessary that we really have to take wide receiver.
You're probably going to have a 40 to 60% success rate on these receivers.
Yeah,
they're not all going to hit.
I'll go
happen.
with that. I'll go with that.
If you're being realistic, if anybody thinks that 100% of these receivers in the first round are all going to be great receivers,
you're mistaken.
Just stop the nonsense.
Right.
Stop the That's like saying every one of these edge rushers are going to be just fine. Like, there's always somebody that, for whatever reason, mentally, physically, they just don't work.
I really think it comes down to this, man. It's going to come down between Joe Judge and Patrick Graham when it comes to this draft. Right. Joe Judge turn to Patrick Graham and say, "Hey, look,
I think
we want to get you
it was
the best
up to them
defender."
last year. So, and they did so well. It's going to be all up to them this year. Them and their guys that are underneath them that they pick.
With this
they're
first
getting the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, with this first pick, does he turn to Patrick Graham and be like, "Okay, we're going to get you the best defensive player available that's going to help you to make this defense complete"? Or if Rashawn Slater somehow slips to 11, I don't see the Giants passing on him. I just don't. With the help that we need on the offensive line and this guy's film, the way he's been hyped up, He's a hog molly.
If it-
Everybody know DG
I
loves the
suggest
hog
all
molly.
y'all just go and watch the Vox Lombardi breakdown of Slater if you want to know anything about his
Yeah, I've
game.
seen it already, man.
Just
The
go on
dude's a
YouTube and
monster.
look it.
The dude's a monster.
It's very good.
The only way I see them pass on Slater if Joe Judge told Patrick Graham, let's get you the best defensive player possible on the board to help your defense be complete. Because we really only need an edge
To
rusher.
take us to the playoff.
Yeah. If they still have the
Because
faith
who
in
is he
the
going to turn
defense,
to? Is he going to hey, Eric, let me see what I can get you? Or is he going to turn to Patrick Graham? Who's
because you
probably
got to
a
remember
lot-
Joe Judge
Dolphins.
is still a defensive first coach.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be surprised if he
Special
goes to
teams.
Patrick Graham and say, who do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
what if he
seriously.
said- And what if he goes to Graham and Graham says that he wants Rousseau? You think that'd be a good pick?
Nah.
If Graham wants him, then he obviously sees something in him that he could, really.
I
refine
just
his
don't
talent
see
and
if
really
I
use
don't
him.
if I can break down the video and tell you that he's about the 30th ranked pass rusher, I can tell you he's probably not going to be Graham's choice. I don't think he would be Graham's choice. I just don't. There's nothing on his film that pops at all, other than you can move him around.
It's freakish.
I
That's
believe
what I
Patrick
feel
Graham
like.
would choose
No,
Jay Orway over Rousseau, to be honest with you.
Or
believe he-
Michael
Oh, what,
Parsons.
11?
Or Michael Parsons.
well,
Yeah,
But
but
that
Michael
Orway
Parsons
guy, I
is
believe, would be
an
available
edge.
round 2. But if they went to Patrick Graham and Parsons was available, I believe he
I
takes
don't think.
Parsons.
Here's the thing. I don't think Rousseau is going to be hyped up enough to be going around 11. Because Quiddy Pay, all these other guys are blowing up the combine too, and they got
I
better tape.
believe Rousseau can
And
have
Joe
a
Judge
huge
talks
drop.
about tape.
I believe Rousseau can have
Rousseau
a huge
said
drop,
they just
man.
said that he had a bad combine. It just come
Yeah,
out
yeah.
2 days ago that Rousseau had a bad combine, a disappointing combine.
Yeah, he
Right.
didn't have an
You
amazing.
seen the way you seen the way he
there.
did with the cones and everything. It's
He
just
has
that
no bend. He
Yeah.
has no bend.
What do you run, a 4.71?
Right.
4.7.
Oh, jeez.
now see, let's look
That's
at
not
it.
bad though for a defensive lineman. Don't get it twisted. That's still
For
very
real.
good.
Let's look
Yeah.
at this in a
Defensive
different
lineman.
light.
Yeah, but he's
between Phillips and
266.
Rousseau.
That's not amazing though.
No.
Yeah, he's
315,
not heavy.
320.
So let's look at this in a different light. You got Phillips and Rousseau both played at Miami. One played this year, the other didn't play this year. If you really think about it, who should be in
You go
better shape?
Phillips.
Who should be in better
Phillips.
shape? Phillips or Rousseau?
Phillips.
Probably
Rousseau-
Phillips.
Phillips, all right, I'm going to say this. He played. He should be
Phillips.
sore.
Yeah, because he played.
But Rousseau should have been training, right? He should have been
Right.
practicing
Yeah,
these
I don't know
drills,
that he
right?
Right. It's-
He should have a jump on everybody doing combine drills. If
because that's
Phillips,
all he
He
had
should
to
have
do.
been doing them a year ahead of everybody.
exactly. So if Phillips outperformed him, what's that tell you about Rousseau?
Right.
Probably doesn't have the greatest work ethic.
There you all right. So
Yeah, that's true.
That's
that's
just
what I said.
speculation, but it definitely doesn't look like he was just training the whole time his off season because it's not.
It is
These guys can
speculation,
blow
but-
the combine up by training it.
right. I mean, it is speculation. However, there's video proof one guy outperformed the other. Somebody who had a whole year to practice for
Right.
this.
Right.
He should have been.
And Phillips
ripping
is
on
a
that
much better
bench.
player. Like you can't.
I like Phillips
they're
as a
not even
player way
comparable.
better.
bro, I swear we're some
They're not really
ESPN
comparable.
people, bro. We be talking a lot.
Right.
Right, yo.
I just believe Phillips is the better player. And you can go as far as saying
Yes.
if it wasn't for the upside of people that say Rousseau has, you could say Roche was a better player as well
I
on that
wouldn't line
defensive
him
line.
either. I'd like Roche.
Yeah, Roche did pretty well as well during
Is
that
that the one from
combine.
Penn State?
No, all three of them played on the defensive line in Miami.
Yeah.
Roche,
Man.
Phillips, and Rousseau.
There's an edge rusher from Penn State.
Well, that's
Yeah,
probably the
Jason
only reason
Orwell.
Rousseau got all them damn tackles.
Oh,
Right,
Somebody
they
was
opened
running
up
from
a lot for
Phillips.
Rousseau in Miami. I just don't believe Russo is worth the 11th pick.
Yeah, I think that's too
I
high.
can see them. I can see the Giants taking them because of the Pierre Paul thing
I would
and how
much
Pierre Paul
rather
turned
Quiddy
out.
Pay, even
But
though we don't need
Rousseau is not
Geno.
Jason Pierre Paul, man.
He's not.
You cannot make that comparison.
No,
Pierre Paul was
no.
on a different level athletically, on a way different level. He was bigger, stronger, and faster than what Rousseau is right now. Rousseau is just tall and lanky, and he's 6'6", and he looks
Rousseau's
good
all right
when he's
in the
running.
run game.
Yeah,
He's
freak.
okay in the run game, but you don't take 7th overall who's just okay in the run game.
Yeah.
And his
If I wanted somebody for the
moves are
run game,
questionable.
if I want somebody for the run game, I'm taking Quiddy Pay all day.
Mhm.
If I wanted somebody for the run game along the defensive line,
But like he's not Quiddy Pay in the run game. He's just okay.
that's
don't
what
wanna
I'm
take that
saying.
11th
He's
overall.
nowhere near Quiddy Pay when it comes to the run game. He's nowhere near Phillips when it comes to the rush game. I don't think he's even on Roche's level when it comes to the rush game. So, I mean, he's too raw for me. And I believe with the Giants doing what they did this offseason, we're in a win now mode. And we have to get somebody that can contribute immediately. You don't spend that amount of money if you're not in a win now mode. And you heard what Mayor been talking about, although he always opens his mouth. But you heard that he wants the playoffs this year. So I guess Gettleman is still on the hot seat for now. So I don't know. The more and more I think about it, the more and more I think about it, the more film that I watch. And then after that pro day, it confirmed it for me. I wouldn't want Russo at 11. Maybe in the second round. If we get him in the second round, cool. I wouldn't mind it, but not with that 11 pick.
Yeah.
I still believe that 11 pick is very important to the organization right now. We need to get somebody that can actually.
And it's becoming more important because blue chip prospects are going to fall with these quarterbacks going high.
Right. I believe there could be 4 quarterbacks taken in the top 10. You may go 1, 2, 3, 4 with quarterbacks.
That's not normal.
And that's not normal at all.
That's not normal. That's going to push blue chip prospects down the board.
I think 5 quarterbacks are going.
You think Mac Jones, Trey Lance, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and Zach Wilson?
That's going to push somebody to us at 11.
In the top 10?
We will have somebody like Micah Parsons, Kyle Pitts, a wide receiver, an edge in Phillips. Somebody will be available that shouldn't be there at 11 normally. More options.
That's going to happen regardless this year with the trade. That's going to happen regardless this year with the trades that just happened.
One of them guys is going to fall.
You got a chance to where we can have.
That's what I'm saying.
A top receiver, a top defensive end, and somebody like Slater at the 11th position, and we got a chance to get either one of them.
Well, you got to figure
get a chance to choose who you want.
If the analysts are right and San Francisco goes Mac Jones, okay. Now we don't know what these GMs think, but we've all been discussing this pretty bad. But Rousseau could go top 10 if a team falls in love with him. Hold on. Who thought Mitch Trubisky would go ahead and be drafted number 2?
Well, who needs other than the Cowboys though? Other than the Cowboys, Joel, answer me this: other than the Cowboys, who needs defense in the top 10?
Right.
They need O-line,
Detroit,
wide receiver, edge.
Yeah, Detroit. Maybe.
I don't know how many people need.
I think the Panthers go quarterback, and then
who needs defense that bad?
Dallas does.
Not deep. Dallas does, but I don't believe they go Rousseau. I believe they go Michael Parsons before Rousseau.
Remember, we're talking about Jerry Jones here.
I don't think they go edge.
You never know.
But I don't think the Lions go edge.
I just don't see a team in the top 10. Like if there was 2 or 3 teams in the top 10 who really wanted an edge, I could see one of them fighting and taking a reach. But I don't know. There may be one team that wants an edge, but
that's too big of a reach for me. Top 10 on Rousseau?
Yeah, but
heck no.
It happens every year. Look at what Oakland did.
It usually happens with quarterbacks, though.
That wasn't a quarterback.
Not edges.
What's his name? He was playing for Clemson with Dexter. The Raiders took what's his name?
I don't see how they take a guy that looks that ordinary on film.
Yeah, Cleveland. They took Cleveland Farrell before.
That
Who
high.
was it?
Right.
Josh Allen.
Yeah, and that was
It
kind of
happens.
dumb. That was
It
kind of dumb.
happens.
I feel like
Trubisky ahead of everybody else. That was dumb, but it happens. McKinney
Yeah.
falling to us in the second
Yeah,
round.
even
They
even the guy who
happen.
got took was
I still don't know
asking,
how that
why
happened.
didn't they take Josh Allen?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Somebody's in the top 10 with 5 quarterbacks going. Someone's going to reach. Let's
Well,
say Pitts.
hey, I hope one of them does reach on Rousseau, so he ain't on the board when we get there at 11. Go ahead and take him. You can
There
have
you
him.
Exactly.
go.
Reach. Take
Now
him.
let
As
now
long as it ain't the
Eagles.
New York Football Giants, reach. Reach.
Now the Eagles are
You
behind
can take
us.
a punter for all I care.
Eagles fans want Pitts. What if the Cardinals offer us picks to jump the Eagles to grab Pitts? That could happen.
That
Then
could happen too.
You take the
Right.
unless one of the blue chip prospects that should have went around 7 or 8 fall to 11. Because here's the thing, it's okay to trade back in the draft with the 11th pick to get more picks if somebody wants to come up, but it's not as okay to trade back in the draft when you got 3 or 4 blue chip prospects that normally would have went 4, 5, 6, 7 overall, and you don't have to pay them money that's on a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th overall contract. You get to pay that person. Like a Rashawn Slater should go like a 7th, 8th overall, but you get to pay him 11th overall money if you get it. I think that pick has even more value at 11.
You're
if
100%
guys
right.
are there that should be going higher, and you know they get pushed down the board, like that's the same thing. That's why the Eagles traded back in the first place. They don't want to have the Cowboys cap hell where the Cowboys same thing where they pick all these players. They're not winning games, but they pick all these players in the top 10 and they get them on huge contracts. So I'm okay with trading back if it's like good picks, but I don't know if it's the best thing to do if you have like say a Micah Parsons, one of the top receivers, or Slater there. You might want to just take them and get them on the 11th overall contract because you have them higher than an 11th value on your board.
That's like the last year the Giants.
You agree with that, Joel?
Trade out of McKinney. If McKinney was off the board, they had a deal in place with the Bears to trade down, but McKinney was still there.
Right. But if you can get McKinney on a second round contract, you do it.
You're absolutely right. I agree 100%.
But with Rousseau, I feel like he should go to a team. Wait, what? Oh yeah. So with Rousseau, I feel like he should go to a team that could take risks with him. I don't think that we should take a big risk like Rousseau at 11. So I really don't see us coming to the Giants. I feel like
he's too much of a risk, man.
I don't see us doing that because we didn't take a risk.
To be honest, I'd rather take a receiver at 11 than him.
Fundamental guy.
Yeah.
I'd rather take a receiver than Gary Rousseau.
What's going on, champ?
Greg,
I'm here.
What's good?
I came late, but
hey, listen, man. I don't believe unless we get wild.
I hate that move Barkley does, by the way. That hurdle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. He gonna hurt himself.
Oh, he already has.
That Barkley,
like his signature
Barkley hurdle. I hate that damn thing. I hate it.
Right. Same here.
The one that scared me the most is the one that he did against the Bears.
Right. Oh my!
That was the one that scared me the most. I was like, man, he finna get hurt right here.
He be doing too much sometimes.
Hey, listen, y'all get used to that because every time he carries the ball for the first 3 games, everybody's gonna cringe. I hope he gets up.
Right. Right.
I know I'm gonna.
But look, I don't think the Giants trade down this year unless they're absolutely wowed by an offer. I believe they have a lot invested in this number 11 pick. That's why they're going to all these pro days themselves. Joe Judge is actually going to these pro days himself. Listen, I believe they have a lot invested in this pick, and I think they're going to take best available, man. I'm saying if Slater is there, I don't see them picking anybody else other than Slater right there if he's available.
Judge and Gettleman are not going to panic like Reese used to because Reese would let it be known who he wanted, and everybody jumped ahead of us and grabbed him.
Exactly.
They're going to have 2, 3, 4 guys that they know they can get. And if they go from 11 to 14, and let's say they drop 3 picks, but there's 4 guys on their big board, they might do that because they don't have a lot of picks this year. So it depends on who the trade partner
You know what I
is,
think,
what the trade is, and
Rob?
where they're going to go.
Rob. You know what I think could really change the outlook of this draft? What are the Bengals going to do? Do they go Jamar Chase or do they take Penny Sewell? If they take Penny Sewell, Slater might not be on the board. But if they, for whatever reason, pass on Penny Sewell and take Jamar Chase because he was friends with the Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow,
Yep.
Yeah.
and they had a connection. Yeah, Joe Burrow. If they had a connection, Slater could be on the board for us. I think that might change the way our draft is done if Slater is on that board because, like Big Pat Sports said, I mean, I think if Slater's there, I think he may be BPA, like best player available, and it fits one of our very, very specific needs. So I'm curious with the Bengals. Go ahead, Joe.
My question is the Jets. The Jets could take.
What do the Jets do?
The Jets do.
I believe they take the boy from BYU. I honestly think they take the boy from BYU. It's either him, Penny Sewell, or Jamar Chase.
Two teams are going to determine a lot.
Man, that's going to be the key. If Darnold gets traded before the draft, we know what's going to happen. If he's not traded before the draft and he's still on the team and they're picking second, anything is possible.
Guys,
either that or some surprise team trades up with him, like the Falcons or somebody or somebody.
That would cost a lot to trade up to 2.
Well, yeah, if you're at number 4, it still may cost you a lot to trade up to number 2 with the Falcons. So I don't know, unless some surprise team jumps up there out of nowhere, gets the number 2 pick, like the Bears or somebody. Who knows? If they offer the deal that they offered to get Russell Wilson to the Jets, 3 first-round picks, who knows? They may be able to get up there to number 2 from 20. Who knows?
You know, as excited as this fan base is, the other fan base that has to be feeling really good about themselves is Miami. You see the picks they have for the next 3 years.
Yeah,
right.
They're stacked on picks.
And Miami plays their cards right. They could be a juggernaut.
Boy, Buffalo and Patriots better watch out because coming.
Miami has been doing good the past 2 to 3 years with their rebuild, man.
And we play them at week 17. I'm kind of nervous about that game.
Yep.
That'll be a good game.
For the division. Especially for the division or playoff season. I'm kind of nervous about that one too, man.
That'll be a good ass game, I'll tell you that.
We found 3 more players today too, didn't we?
Yeah, it's like filler players though. It's like 2 backup DBs and a tight end. So it's really
and a tight end. We signed another tight end.
Right, but I believe this is for practice squad purposes.
Yeah, I think it's more depth than anything.
It's really just to bring competition.
Well, we need to
just to have competition.
Somebody over at one of the breakdown channels take a look at them because I didn't know Danny Shelton was going to be the impact player he was until I looked into it further. So I'll have to.
Danny Shelton is a load in the middle, man.
They must just be backup.
So really,
and also we have 5 tight ends on our team now on the roster.
Yeah,
like I said, the guys that they signed today are probably just for like practice.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
and fillers for like preseason and stuff like that.
Man, when's the last time y'all felt this excited about Giants football?
Not in a while.
10 years ago.
Oh, damn it! This feels good. Finally,
right.
So we're gonna be in competition with these guys, and there ain't no reason. I heard Big Pat.
Right, I don't think we're gonna be punching above our weight class this year.
That you know what? That was a great learning experience.
You
know what? It did. We 6-10. We should have been 9-7.
9-7.
You know, we were in every one of those games. There was no quit.
We went to the Tampa Bay game. That was punching above our weight class. That's
We honestly could have won that Tampa Bay game.
Guess
The
We
what?
actually should have won that
Bucks.
game.
Wait,
That was Daniel Jones'
Hey,
worst
Hey, and
game.
here's the thing, though. Here's what I think. Here's what I want to say, though. I have heard so many Giants fans say, if Daniel Jones was just average in that game, we would have won. Well, I can tell you, if Mahomes was just average against Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl, the Chiefs would have won. But the problem is that
Exactly.
defense does not allow you to be average. That's like saying if when the Seahawks played us, if their quarterback would have just been average, they would have won. Name one game where defense allowed a quarterback to be average. That is the most asinine saying I have ever heard in all
Say that to the GOAT. Say that to Barkley. He thinks that Daniel Jones is not. It's not.
Like, that is the most crazy. If Daniel Jones would have just been average against Tampa Bay, we would have won that game. Yeah, okay.
Wait,
that,
John.
like, how many quarterbacks put up average stats? Like a good average stat,
John,
like, you know,
Thank you.
250, 300 yards,
Thank
2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Who put up those numbers against the Tampa Bay defense all year?
Mm-hmm.
Not many people.
Exactly.
Not many people. That's like that. I think that's crazy. Giants fans need to realize, like, they don't realize the idiocy in that statement. Like, if he'd have just been good against Tampa Bay's defense, you know, we would have won. But yeah, crap. But like, that's not like if Mahomes would have just been like average, like he normally is, above average. If he'd have just been average, they would have won. But they didn't allow it. Like, that's the defense did their job. It's a very good defense.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The defense get no credit. I think it's crazy.
Let me get the champ in. What the champ want to say real quick?
Listen. I know. I get what you're saying, but listen, Daniel Jones played bad against Tampa Bay. That's the difference. Because he threw 2 picks.
Like, I would have played bad against Tampa Bay too. Mahomes played like dog crap. Like, anybody can play bad against Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay defense.
Nobody could blame everything on Daniel Jones.
I think the thing that people
got good defense.
Tampa Bay game, guys, is Daniel Jones played exceptionally bad in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when he played bad in that game, the things he did wasn't because of Tampa Bay's defense. I can see if Tampa Bay's defense made him do it.
No,
but the defense didn't make him throw that pass and miss Slayton wide open on the left side of the field and got it picked off to the right.
That's true.
And the defense didn't make him throw that
hit
pass.
you with coverages. Like, we know this. Patrick Graham doesn't have the pass rush. He'll hit you with covers that confuse you.
That wasn't a confusing coverage. He just
You'll be surprised.
Period.
You'll be surprised if you watch enough college football. That Alabama defense, like, it doesn't even have to sack you. They can confuse you and make you think things are gonna happen that don't happen.
John. Let me get to the other play that he did that was bad. When that guy was hanging on him and he threw that second interception. Remember that play?
Okay, that was bad, but still, they had top 10 defense.
It doesn't matter how good the defense is. Take the sack.
It doesn't matter how good the defense is.
How many times was he sacked in the Tampa Bay game? How many times was he sacked in the Tampa Bay game? Somebody needs to look this up.
How many times Daniel Jones was sacked in the Tampa Bay game?
Like 3 times.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Pat, I got a question.
4?
I got a question.
All right, well, Tom Brady's 500 in games he's been sacked 3 times or more. 500 average.
Okay,
that's if you're getting that much pressure on a quarterback, you can't expect too much out of him because he's mobile too. He's not just, he's running for. I don't know. He's our leading rusher for like what, 6 weeks?
Over this stream.
Go ahead.
Listen, how many times Daniel Jones threw a pick that shifted momentum in that game? How about that?
You cannot blame everything on Daniel Jones, to be honest.
What?
Daniel Jones isn't really a quarterback that throws a lot of interceptions.
We didn't even have weapons like that.
In his rookie year, 11 last year.
Vise, Zeke, I wouldn't expect that.
Fumbling was always his issue. Fumbling was his problem. I wouldn't expect that was the bad.
I understand half of it is Daniel Jones, but still. We had bad offensive line. They have top 10 defense, and they
they did sack him. So I mean, like,
how about the 2 picks that was bad, and Tampa Bay scored a touchdown, took the lead.
We started at the field around
30-something because we started the second half good with Jones through the pick and shifted momentum.
Yeah, both those picks were horrible. Both those picks were on Daniel Jones.
It costed the entire game.
Y'all trying to give Daniel Jones too many excuses for that game.
Right. Like that game was on Daniel Jones.
Well, I mean, he was sacked 4 times in the game. I'm not even going to use
even a 2-point conversion was his fault.
Yeah, he end up throwing the ball late to Deion Lewis.
Yeah, even a 2-point conversion was his
but
fault.
do you remember if a guy was in his face or not?
Like, oh my lord!
No, that still should have been a flag. That still should have been a flag too.
Listen, John.
Flag or not, the pass was late and it didn't get there in time.
Exactly.
It was wide open.
All right.
It wouldn't even matter if it was PI or not. Daniel Jones threw the ball late.
Time out. Time out for a second.
All right, King Jarrell, you got it.
Just deep breaths, guys. I love your passion. I've been sitting back here and enjoying this.
Let the beard speak.
Right?
But let's look at the defensive coordinator, Todd Bowles.
Pass the
right.
Okay, Todd Bowles is one of the top defensive coordinators, and he had top 10 talent all the way around that team. When we're winning a game and we go in at halftime, what's the one thing that we all talk about during halftime? Halftime adjustments. What can we do differently to stop him? What can we do differently to pressure the quarterback?
Right.
So while I will admit Daniel Jones had a bad game, Daniel Jones did make mistakes. But if you look big picture, that's just like Daniel Jones going his rookie year into New England and trying to beat Belichick. It just wasn't going to happen.
No.
Too good of a team, too much talent against, we might as well say last year was a rookie season again, learning a new offense. I don't mean to make mistakes, but if you're going to look at one thing, look at everything. You can't just pick it apart.
Yeah.
But I can agree with Joseph. He did have a bad game. He did throw 2 interceptions. We can't take that away. But
everybody had a bad game.
And the second thing, though, you got to take care of, he had how many interceptions last year compared to 11 this year, which 6 were caused by
14.
Ingram? So the
you guys are turning into the argument like we're saying Daniel Jones was bad all year. He wasn't.
No.
It was just that particular game. He costed us the game. That particular game. Okay, what anybody says. Those 2 interceptions were absolutely horrible.
Those
first one, Darius Slayton was running wide open from the get-go from height because the dude fell. Slayton was wide open on the left. He never looked to the left. He never took his eyes off Shepard and threw a bad interception right there. Not under pressure or anything. The second one, when you got somebody draped all over your body, you don't just throw a pop-up pass to somebody and get it picked off. The third pass, that pass that he threw on the 2-point conversion, yes, that was pass interference. But if he gets that ball out earlier, we're tied. We're going to overtime. Do you know how hard that defense played that game? Everybody didn't have a bad game that game. Those 2 interceptions caused the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to get 25 points that game. Other than that, the defense was shutting them down.
All right, Pat. Here's what I'm saying.
Our defense is fine.
Listen, here's
our offensive line. Like you could say Daniel Jones was bad, and I agree with you. That was definitely a bad game, and he didn't really have a good year altogether. But neither did our offensive line. Our offensive line ranked bottom of the league. Nick Gates, 3 months experience. Andrew Thomas, bad ankle. So I think they'll be better this year. So Jones will probably be better just by default. He'll have more protection. We'll see.
Because Andrew Thomas had an injury. Remember?
Yep.
So it is true.
Nick Gates was basically a rookie center.
Everybody's going to be better this year because of the weapons that we have. We didn't have weapons last year, so that made our offensive line and Daniel Jones not be able to produce the way they're supposed to produce. Because one, you're blocking longer. You're blocking longer, trying to hope that they can get open. And second, Daniel Jones is a type of quarterback that doesn't want to give up. He's like a Ryan Fitzpatrick sometimes.
Right.
He wants to make the play so bad that he makes a bad play. And then Evan Ingram didn't make it any better as well. So the whole team is going to be better.
When Eli was in 2006, I think in the snow when they played, I think Eli had 2 or 3 interceptions and 5 fumbles in the first half. He did. It's a picture of him in the snow that they had took. If anybody's seen it, it's kind of iconic for the Giants. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
when you got a bad line, stuff like that can happen. He had, I think it was his first or second year in the league in 2006, I believe, or 2008. He had in the first half they were playing in the snow. He had 5 fumbles and 2 interceptions. So it can get bad. And if you look around the league, there's a consistency with good offensive line and good teams. Like if you got a good offensive line, your team will be better.
The game is won in the
receivers
trenches.
more
If you got a good offensive line, good defensive line, you're gonna have a pretty good franchise. I don't see too many teams that have a great offensive line and a good defensive line. And they suck.
I don't know if I can name any.
Me either.
There's a direct correlation. I've seen articles. Go ahead.
But this is entertaining, though.
Wait. Thing is, can I speak now, John?
Yeah, go ahead.
John, please mute it. I don't want you speaking over me. We ain't doing that again.
Yo, all right, talk, bro. Just talk.
Yo, anytime Eli threw a pick or fumble, it's bad. But thing is, he bounces back, it gets a touchdown, and we'll actually feel confident because he used to be so clutch. I'll be confident. Yeah,
but we wasn't winning games.
Thing is, if it's
we
Jones,
wasn't winning games. No.
If it's Jones, I'm nervous every time. I just hope
Eli's a 500 quarterback. So when he had good old lines, we went far in the playoffs. It's not on him. When you got a bad old line, you're not going to win. It's that simple.
The O-line last year, when it came to passing, wasn't up to par the way it was supposed to be.
Run game wasn't bad.
Run game was pretty much elite. We were number 3 in the league.
3/4 of the year.
Yeah, 3/4 of the year. When they finally got it together running, we were elite when it came to running. Shit, we basically beat the Seahawks because of running. It wasn't because of passing. It was running the whole game.
Right.
But I believe with Will Hernandez coming back healthy and whatever it is that's going on with him, I believe Shane Lemieux with an off season, Andrew Thomas coming back healthy, and Perk. I believe Perk is our right tackle, and we have Soda playing the swing or playing right guard wherever we need him to play. I believe this team passing, as far as pass blocking, can be good as well. And definitely if we get a Rashawn Slater or a Vera Tucker or somebody at 11, I believe this offensive line will be
Barkley healthy,
good.
That'll help.
Yeah.
Right. And then those open holes that they gave for Wayne Gallman will do really good with Saquon Barkley, guys. I can't wait when Saquon Barkley plays, man.
I don't know how much that helps Jones, but it helps our football team.
Right. Including Saquon.
I just think this team is going to be a lot better, man.
For real.
We have weapons now.
Yeah, I kind of agree. If this team is going to be better, it got to start with Daniel Jones on offense.
I think it's got to start with our O-line, and then Daniel Jones can do whatever, and we'll still be a pretty good team.
Because if you want to have good pocket presence, you need to have good offensive line.
If Barkley can score a bunch of touchdowns and we can defend well, we can win games regardless. Yep. So, I think our O-line,
I think this team
center anymore.
My prediction. This is a playoff team. Speak, Pat.
I think so.
I think this team, the way Joe Judge,
head and find it out for it.
I think this team, the way Joe Judge is building it.
Who's eating?
Tell him, Joel.
Wow.
I think this team, the way Joe Judge is building it, they're actually finding people for roles, specific roles.
Maybe it is, Mike.
Yeah, for specific roles, like the Danny Shelton one. That was a pickup. That's a specific role he want him to play. Rudolph is a certain role that he wants them to play. Ross, a certain role that they want him to play. Right. You bring in Ragland, that's a certain role that they want him to play. When you bring in the Ryan Anderson dude from the Washington Redskins, there's a certain role they want him to play. This offseason, they got the playmakers that they wanted, and they got the people to play the roles that they need. I think that's why they kept Nate Solder. They want him to play the swing tackle role. So instead of going out here paying somebody $7 to $8 million to play a swing tackle, they just kept Solder on a restructured deal. I believe they're going it very smart. Go ahead, Joe.
Just real quick, Pat. Do you think they kept Solder here for? He's got the most experience, so he could be like help develop these younger players.
Yeah, same here. That's what I want to know too.
Do you think that, Pat? You know what I mean? They kept him more as he was willing to take the cut, but he could still be a leadership role. I guess I want to say.
Yeah, I think they kept him here to get Matt Pert some competition at right tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe Nate Solder is the type of guy. He's not a selfish type guy, so he's gonna put himself in a position to teach Matt Pert a couple of things as far as right tackle. He can even teach Andrew Thomas a couple of things. And they kept him here because he's a cheaper option for a swing tackle, and it's somebody that they trust. It's somebody that they trust. Remember, Nate Solder played with Joe Judge at New England, so it's somebody that they trusted. And they got him on a $3 million contract down from $16 million. So that's why you keep him. He's a veteran presence, although he played like crap when he was here, but he had a lot of things going on. He had a lot of things going on with his kids, the COVID, everything. I believe his wife was sick at some point, so he was going through a whole lot trying to play. But now that he's back, maybe he came into the camp and they seen that he was super motivated. And he was like, hey, look, I wanted to do anything for the team. We'll keep you, Nate, at $3 million, because pretty much if he would have got released, I don't think he would have got picked up by anybody unless it was New England.
I don't think so either.
So to be good on both sides, they say, hey, look, we'll give you this contract. Save us some money so we can try to go win a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And he did that. So now you have a veteran presence who's already been with the team, already knows the organization, already knows the process, already knows the coaches, already knows the team. Why not bring him back on a restructured contract for only $3 million and have him play swing tackle at the very least? Now, at the very most, he competes with Matt Pert, and he shows that he's back to form, and now we got a solid right tackle. So it was a win-win situation with doing that. That's one of the smartest moves of the offseason. I say that still to this day, that was one of the smartest moves this offseason. Getting him to take a $13 million pay cut, and now you got a veteran at right tackle instead of some Rudy Poo that you'll pick up on a low free agency wire for about $2 million, and who you know that can't play. You keep your own at $3 million. That was one of the best moves.
Yeah, we saved more money restructuring than cutting him.
Yeah, you actually did. You saved $4 million more than what you would have got than cutting them. So you actually save more by keeping them. Think of that.
Yeah.
What a hell of a move that was. You save more money by keeping them.
You know, for those same reasons, I feel that's why the Giants brought in Rudolph for Ingram.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Give him
Listen, Ingram has no. I mean, he's got nobody in the tight ends room. Well, we don't have an older veteran tight end.
Tell him anything.
Age. So
I think we brought in Rudolph to use Ingram how he's supposed to be used. He's not supposed to be used as a traditional tight end. He's supposed to be used as a weapon. And I believe that's why we brought in Rudolph. I really truly believe that they're going to see what Evan Ingram has this year. I don't think we re-sign him. If he has a great year, I don't think we re-sign him because he cost us too much. And I know they're not willing to give Evan Ingram $12 to $13 or $14 million a year. I'm sorry. It's not happening. But we get to use Evan Ingram for this year as a weapon, what he's supposed to be used for.
And he better get better.
Here's my thinking is to help Ingram's progression, and then for the trade deadline, we're probably going to trade him. We'll probably keep him on the roster.
I think that can happen as well, Joe.
I think that's why Rudolph is here, because now we got his backup. He's going to teach Ingram, the position of tight end. I mean, Rudolph hasn't dropped one pass in 2 years or something like that. It was phenomenal.
One pass in the past 3 years. He's only dropped one pass.
Wait, I actually have a question.
That's what we need.
Wait, thing is, do we have any wide receiver coach who knows how to teach their players to get separation on routes?
First, Joe Judge was a receivers coach, and
Yep.
our coaching staff is one of the best in the business. So I'm not worried about anything on coach. The only coach I may be worried about a little bit is
Garrett.
Jason Garrett. But as far as our positional coaches, you have no issues with our positional coaches. Everybody's good.
Well,
One of the best coaching staffs in the league right now.
well, let's look at it this way. Fans are saying that
Our
Jones didn't have anybody to throw to. Well, who does Garrett have to work with? It goes both ways, right?
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's not like Garrett had different people than what Daniel Jones was working with. So the same excuse you give Daniel Jones, you have to give to Jason Garrett as well, because he has to work with those pieces too.
Yep.
It goes hand in hand.
Hard to throw deep to Golden Tate.
We see other teams run a 7-yard curl routes and they're getting open. Yeah, all right. So what the hell's going on?
Thing is, if it's
Remember,
us, we're not getting open.
Yeah, remember Ben McAdoo's offense was built on slants and curls, and Eli Manning threw 35 touchdowns this year. So it was the weapons we had, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, it was the weapons we had, and with a mixture of what Daniel Jones lacks as far as pocket presence, and another mixture of freaking Evan Ingram, just causing the team all types of trouble. Every drive, you knew when you threw the ball to Evan Ingram, something bad was finna happen.
Yeah, what?
Sooner or later.
What did he do last season that was good for us? Good for the team?
What he had, like one touchdown?
Yeah, he wasn't catching touchdowns in the back of the end zone to win the game. He was just causing turnovers.
Guess what? So did Deion Lewis.
Nah, I don't say Deion Lewis like
I mean,
that.
what do you
Deion Lewis did better. He did better than Evan Ingram now. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Everybody had the pucker factor go up when Gallman fumbled that ball on the last game with Dallas. So
I don't know why we didn't do the victory formation.
He had to run the clock out.
We needed to run more timeout before we can
He
kneel
did
it.
one more first down, and that's what Gallman did. But
And
on the ball.
He almost messed it up.
Yeah. Right. I swear to God, if we would have lost, I would have went down to MetLife. I would have to threaten someone.
I don't think you would have been alone.
Wayne Gallman would have got death threats.
Oh man.
Wayne Gallman would have got death threats.
He would have
on
got
that
cut immediately.
Yep. Guess what? Ain't that the reason why he out the team now? Because of that?
No, he's off the team because
he ain't been brought back.
No,
I think he's off the team because he was looking for more money than what the Giants were actually willing to offer. And the market is pretty bad.
I think it's because he won't play special teams. He don't play special teams.
How come nobody picked him up yet?
I don't know.
Do we release him yet?
Yeah, well, he's released.
Oh,
he's released.
Yeah, he's a free agent.
Listen, I don't want to talk bad about anybody, but we all sat here last year and said, "Oh, if that was Barkley, that's to the house. Oh, if that was Barkley, that's to the house." And Gallman couldn't do it. I saw the writing. Everybody wanted him back. He's a fan favorite. It's just like next year.
He can never
get used to it.
He can never break off.
Thing is,
sentimental value.
This is why we got Booker for a reason. He's the faster version.
Yes, his running style's more like Barkley.
Well, Booker can pass block better.
Yeah,
he can
play special teams. So
yes,
yeah, I think Booker's just a better player than what
he's also a better pass catcher.
Gallman is. Yeah, he's a better pass catcher too.
So.
Yeah, how are you going to check down when the guy doesn't catch the ball?
Right.
Exactly.
Everyone says he needs to check down. Okay, I'm going to throw it to this guy. Let him drop it. He's better off running than fumbling.
Hey, yo, Pat. I know we ain't had that many wide receivers to work with last year, but
I don't even remember Gallman catching a check down pass.
If Jason Garrett has no excuses now, he got the weapons. It's no excuses now.
Yeah, same thing for Garrett. The same thing for Jones. I keep saying it. You have to put those two together because they're working with the same people.
Yes,
they're working with the same people.
But guys, we got to have a preseason, or else it's going to look like last year all over.
Exactly. No, they said that we're gonna have 3-game preseason.
And
I hope
Yeah.
17 full games.
I hope so. We need OTAs.
We need a good look at parent.
Yep.
For real.
Preseason is a lot more important than people think.
I'm going to a
Yes.
preseason game if they allow us. I'm going.
I think preseason with the New York Giants with Joe Judge is going to be a one hell of a preseason because man, if you play well, he's going to play you.
Guess
So
what?
you're going to want to show out during the preseason because you might earn a roster spot.
I
hottest
can't wait to see the
We need them
preseason because I want to see
Parrot and Soldier.
Daniel Jones with
Wait, ain't preseason like in August something?
Yeah, preseason is in August.
Mhm. Before the
Yeah,
season.
then you got OTAs in July, don't you? Or June.
Mhm.
June. And then July they're off. And then they come back.
July is
August.
training, pretty much training camp.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then you head into the preseason, and then you head into the regular season. So
September
the
1st.
preseason might start the middle of August since they cut out a game. So the preseason might start the middle of August to the second week of September.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. Like, it might be like middle of August because of the 17 games and the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see Daniel Jones with Wayne Gallman in the preseason.
Well, I mean, Wayne Gallman's gone.
Huh?
Yeah,
No, Wayne
They're
Gallman.
the opposite team.
Not Wayne Gallman. I meant Kenny
That's what I was
Galladay. My
thinking.
bad.
I was like, huh?
Wow.
I meant Kenny
Listen.
Galladay. My bad.
It was cool.
You're
It was cool. We cut Evan Ingram on April Fool's Day.
No, man. Nah, I still like Evan Ingram, to be honest.
like I said,
Like Evan Ingram.
it makes no sense to cut Evan Ingram since they made all those moves to create the cap to get the players that they wanted. So why not keep him and try to use him as a weapon this year to see what he got?
Exactly.
I got a question. How many times he's gonna drop the pass this year? What's the number?
It better be
Look,
less than 10.
Look, guys, that's why we got Kyle Rudolph for
Yeah, we were using
in the
him
red
today.
zone. All right,
Better not
don't
be
worry
more than
about
11.
That's right.
But you do know in certain situations, Ingram's gonna be in the game.
that. But still,
I mean, he's
If
not
he
going to
did- if
get
he
that
did
many
it-
targets.
yeah.
He
this
better not
year.
have 108
Yeah.
targets either.
He's not.
And
Yeah,
if-
he's not the number
He
one.
better not
option
have
in the
108
offense
targets.
anymore.
Good. He better not be the number one option anyway.
Yeah, he's
It's
going to be the fourth
KDG.
option.
I'll blow my brains out. That is too much to watch.
Like that's the reason why he dropped so many passes. He was the number one target last year,
Right.
and he's an awkward catcher. He really doesn't know how to catch the ball.
Dude,
no, but if he
So-
did good in 2019, why he didn't do good in 2020?
Who knows? It could be mental. It could be anything. He could have had a
Well,
broke finger.
they-
and the same game.
I'm not gonna say
He wasn't
mental
good at it in
because if you
college.
drop the open passes, you suck.
That's mental. That's
had-
not able to concentrate and catch the ball. That's mental.
We had such high hopes for him after his rookie year, too.
He doesn't
Well,
Right.
oh,
Well,
what
and
the hell
that's
happened?
strap him. You remember when the defender grabbed his strap and pulled it?
Oh,
You talking about this year? You went out, but
Alright.
his targets are going from 108. His targets might go down from 108 probably to around 38, 40 at the most. He's gonna have to
Yeah,
make the
'cause-
most of his opportunities now because he's gonna be used as a weapon.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
but
point blank. That's it.
yeah, because his playing time's going to drop down to 50, 60%.
Right, because during running situations, you got Toilolo and Rudolph you could put in there as far as
Yes.
blocking. So we don't need him
Rudolph.
as the second blocking tight end anymore.
Mhm.
When it's obvious run downs.
Nope.
So he's basically going to be on plays like we run tight end screens, try to surprise somebody, and we're going to put him in a slot. Hopefully he can get a
I just hope
mismatch.
Garrett doesn't try to use him too much.
He's not going to use him hardly. No, he's not going to use him like that because Garrett runs an offense where the tight end runs those little inside routes, and that's what they brought Rudolph for.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, he's going to be used as an outside receiver as far as like 4 receiver sets, and if we want to run a trick play like a reverse to a tight end or like a tight end screen, he's going to be on mostly gadget plays and things like that. But as far as him being a number one target.
Nope.
Reason why that's not going to happen again because he was the only he was the best target that we had last year, and now that we got Kenny Galladay, he's the best target. So we're going to be throwing to receivers more this year coming up. We were throwing it to the tight end because we really didn't trust our receivers last year.
Yeah,
Only person we had was Slayton. He was being double covered. and he's not a elite number one receiver where he could beat double coverage. So that's why we had to go to the tight end so many times. But that's going to change. That's going, especially with
600
Galladay.
yards checking down to Barkley this year if he's healthy.
Hey, I wouldn't give a damn if he threw it to Barkley 150 times, as long as Barkley getting that first down and we moving the chains.
That's all that matters.
Getting them thousands of yards.
Thing is, and I also can't wait till our wide receivers get some damn separation for once.
Right.
I mean, Kenny Galladay doesn't get much separation. He just kind of.
But he can still catch the ball, so that's what matters.
Yeah. And that's something Darius Slayton couldn't
If Barkley's healthy, they'll be stacking the box more, so maybe the wide receivers will get some less coverage.
I'm just happy that we're not going to be receiving cover zero coverage all freaking game.
Like that Ravens game.
And can't beat anybody with cover zero the whole game.
Blitzing the shit out of us all
that
game.
was absolutely
He was sacked
ridiculous
6 times. He was sacked 6 times in that game, by the way. I looked it up in the Ravens game.
That Ravens game was horrible. They were blitzing us all day.
Yep.
And we couldn't do anything to stop
it. And it was working too.
Thing is, and Ravens was also doing zone coverage, being a disrespectful. They said, "Nah, we can't do man-to-man." The Giants, but their wide receiver core sucks. Let's do zone. They're not getting past us.
No, cover 3 is an absolute man coverage defense. Like that's one-on-one coverage across the board. There's no deep safety. There's no nothing.
I got a question.
That's how much disrespect they have for our receivers last year.
Thing is, do we win though with any of that?
Who you talking about? You were talking about our defense or the Ravens defense?
I was talking about the Ravens.
Yeah, they beat the hell out of us, and they weren't cover 1 the whole game.
Yeah,
the whole game.
So mad. I was like, can y'all get open? Like, do something.
No, but I give credit for Sterling Shepard though.
Yeah, he's the only one that caught a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you had to do something eventually.
I mean, are we really gonna count that touchdown? Are we counting that touchdown in garbage time though? We counting that?
I'm not really counting.
If it's in garbage time, I necessarily don't care.
They counted for Dak Prescott. I'm counting it too.
Yeah. Dak Prescott threw for what, 5,000 yards? About 2,000 of it was in garbage time because they was down behind.
There you go.
Behind so bad.
Yep.
Yeah, his stats were bloated for a reason, man. They were down like 24 points, and he'll throw 2 or 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and it looked like he just had a great game.
Yep.
So yeah, I can understand Joel on that one.
Yeah. Hey, yo, I got a fact. Dak Prescott is the best quarterback during garbage time.
Yep.
I mean, we'll see what Dak Prescott's about this upcoming season. We'll see what Daniel Jones is about.
I don't think he's going to be running the ball, Dak Prescott.
Interesting stat. It says 2017, Dak Prescott is 5-11 against teams that are 500 or better.
Yep. He has a losing record against 500 or better teams.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
That's a real stat. So I guess Daniel Jones
is going to get destroyed against above 500 teams. So,
thing is, when is the last time we actually beat Dak Prescott?
That's a good question.
2016.
No, he was injured. I don't know.
In 2016, when it was really good and we could have went to the Super Bowl.
You're a bad team. He'll beat you up, man.
Shout out to Rudy Boy 1738 on Twitch.
Oh, I see the Twitch and the Facebook.
Yeah, what you said? What you think about Josh Allen trying to win the MVP this year? I say, look at this. No. He has a real good chance. They added Emmanuel Sanders. They still got Diggs over there. They still got plenty of weapons. And if he plays dynamite again this year, he has a chance, man.
Mm-hmm. Also, on that note, I hate to be.
I think it could be Kyler
Debbie
Murray.
Downer. But I'm going to say, look what the Pats did, and look at what Miami's doing. He better do it next year.
He's going to have a tough division.
He's going to have to do it this year.
That division's going to be tough this year coming up, man.
Yeah. But this is his best chance because they played all together last year, and that whole team's coming back.
Yeah, only advantage they really have on the Patriots and the Dolphins is the quarterback position.
Yes.
And if Cam Newton plays well, hey, look out, because the Patriots were actually pretty good in the beginning of last season before COVID hit their team like crazy and injuries hit their team like crazy.
Well, and they had 8 guys out for the year that took the COVID wave.
Yeah.
They're getting 5 of them back, I think.
Yeah, the Cam Newton situation was similar to the Daniel Jones. He didn't really have any weapons.
He didn't have anybody. The only weapon that he did have was Edelman, and then he got hurt.
Right.
So
he was hurt like the whole season. He wouldn't give me any fantasy points, bro.
Yeah, so who was Cam Newton throwing it to last year? Himself, basically.
And also James White.
Yeah, he's running.
Yeah.
You said Diggs is way better than all of their receivers. Cam getting screwed. Hey, look, don't sleep on Kendrick Bourne and don't sleep on that Aguilar in that
Kendrick
offense.
Bourne? Yeah, Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah, they're getting Edelman back. You know they just got Hunter. You know they just got Hunter Henry. They just got my guy from the Titans.
Jonnu.
What's his name? Jonnu.
Well, you ain't got to worry about N'Keal Harry, that's for sure.
Right, N'Keal Harry's on the bench now. So hey, look. Hey, if Cam Newton plays like Super Cam, look out, man. I'm telling you. Do not count out the evil empire, man.
He's gonna have some big targets.
Yeah.
Right.
He plays like he did when he had his MVP season.
And then their defense, look, they restacked their whole defensive line. They brought Kyle Van Noy back. They're getting Stephon Gilmore back from injury. Look out for them boys, man. I'm telling you.
And just like the Giants, Miami all hinges on Tua. We got Jones.
Yep.
What's Tua going to do?
Yep.
Is Tua going to look like he was from Alabama again?
Because if he does, look out for Miami. That's the only really thing holding them back as a quarterback.
Yep.
Right.
They could get somebody like a Deshaun Watson. Sheesh.
They got the picks to do it.
Yep. So if they can get somebody like a Deshaun Watson, man, look out, man. Miami ain't no joke either.
I still think they could use a receiver. I don't think
they got the picks.
That great.
I don't
think he's all that.
For Dolphins to go with QB.
He says, yeah, but Super Cam is going to need a super arm. You have to question if he has the power in that tank. Do you see Cam Newton, his workouts and everything, man? That dude is just fine.
He looks good.
He got that dedication.
We'll see.
That guy is just fine. They gave him some weapons around him. That guy's going to be just fine. And he's also a threat to run the ball.
And also, Cam.
I think Cam will be good.
Guess what? He has
all them tight ends he's got to target. He'll be fine.
There is no excuses for Cam Newton. He got the wide receivers and tight ends. There's no excuses now.
I'm going to give a little hot take here and be kind of controversial. Cam
Newton
is just a bulked up Lamar Jackson because neither of them are very good on the deep touch pass.
You said a bulked up Lamar Jackson?
Yeah. Cam Newton's a bulked up Lamar Jackson. They both love to run. Think about it. They both love to run. They both have a strong arm.
But can't throw deep.
But can't throw the deep touch pass. They always overthrow the receiver by 5 to 8 yards.
I mean,
they're good at the option. They're good at the read. They're good at coverage. They're hard to tackle. But Cam weighs about 60 more pounds than Lamar.
Cam's jacked.
So you're saying Cam can't throw? That's what you're saying.
He's good at an out route. He's got the cannon. But when you watch him when he throws the deep ball, he has a hard time with that over the top, down the sideline, hitting the receiver, like Lamar had a hard time last year with it. They like to run a lot of crosses.
I can agree with that.
Yeah,
I literally can't agree with that. But you build an offense around Cam Newton the way they're building the offense right now. That's how you build an offense around Cam Newton.
And the slants. He can throw a curl route as a laser. He can throw the slant on the dime. But if you're going down the sidelines and he's got to drop it in there,
yes, he does have a hard time doing that.
That's a 50-50 ball.
But I don't believe you build an offense around Cam Newton like that. I believe they're going about it the smart way, getting those two tight ends and Jonnu and Hunter Henry.
He's good at over the middle.
They got a bunch of receivers that are very quick and twitchy. with Edelman, Aguilar, and Kendrick Bourne. Bill Belichick is the man. What Joe Judge is doing right now, you do know Bill Belichick is the master at it, right?
We had Bill Belichick as coach. I watched him.
Mhm.
Believe me, I
And
know.
what you call it? Bill Belichick said that the Joe Judge is better coaches than the two.
Yup.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
That's why
Oh,
I
we
said
knew
that.
that. After
Everybody
what
Yeah,
knows that.
yeah,
yeah.
that
Ben
was a fact
McAdoo and
day
Pat
one.
Shermer. I mean,
after
that's not really too hard to do, to be
Any,
honest with
anybody
Mhm.
better than him. I can
you. I
coach
ain't
after
gonna
better
one
than
say
him.
press
anybody,
conference,
but
I knew Joe Judge was our coach.
yeah, the first press conference,
Right.
I was impressed. I was
Right.
like, that's why they got this guy. Look at him.
And I was,
Everything that he said that we were gonna be,
Yes.
weren't we that?
Yeah.
We were a hard, tough
A
nosed team.
disciplined
We fought
and I was,
mentality
60
too.
minutes. We fought 60 minutes with just about every team that we played except for the 49ers,
and the
the
Cardinals.
Browns, and the Ravens. Those were 3 games that we got. We didn't get killed against the Browns and the Ravens like we got killed against the 49ers.
And they had the whole backup squad in there too. They
Right.
had
Right.
all the
That
Wait,
game
wait,
backups.
that
wait,
game
wait,
was
hold on. Wait,
crazy.
how about the Cardinals for the second half?
That was just.
Oh,
That
I
was
forgot
bad.
about the Cardinals game. The
We're just
Cardinals
getting.
game,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Oh
Because
yeah.
think about it,
No,
it
but they
kind
was
of looked
top
like we gave up the
offense, and they
second half.
had
It looked
Kyler
like we
Murray and
just
D
gave
Hab.
up. It looked like we just submitted in the second half.
I don't think Daniel Jones was right in that game. Like I
Yeah.
believe he was still hurt.
I turned
And
off the game at halftime. So.
now the thing is, that was like the only time I was heated with Joe Judge. That one game only.
You know,
I think they just outcoached us and outplayed us in that game.
you know,
Yeah.
you're a good team because if you really think about last season, no team came in thinking we were an easy win. They always brought their A game. The only ones that do that were the Seahawks, and we smoked the crap out of them.
Yep. With a
Mhm.
backup quarterback.
But everybody else brought their A game. They knew that we were no joke and that we were going to come in to win. That's the mark of a good head coach when he can do
Mhm.
that with what we've been the last 4 years.
You're not lying about that, Joe. I'm so happy that we have Joe Judge, man. He changed the culture. But I don't that the whole Evan Ingram thing, man, like everybody just needs to calm down on the Evan Ingram thing, man. That's like getting tiring now. Like the
Yeah.
dude is here.
Yeah. Sure.
We're gonna use him as a weapon, man. That guy is not meant to be used as a traditional tight end, which he was being used like last year. He's not meant to be used like that. He's meant to be used as an offensive weapon at a tight end position, just like Kyle Pitts. If you bring Kyle Pitts into your organization and try to use him like a tight end, like how Jason Witten or somebody was used, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening. It's just that Kyle Pitts is gonna put up a little better stats because he can catch the ball. But Evan Ingram is supposed to be used in this league as a weapon. You're supposed to use him on quick twitch plays, quick slants against linebackers, out and ups against linebackers on the sideline. I mean, dig routes on the sideline against linebackers. You use him as a mismatch, basically.
Yep. Yeah,
And
you
another
could, but
thing that hurts Evan Ingram, he can't go over the top and catch it on somebody. He can't do it. So he's basically like a receiver.
I agree with you, Pat. But Daniel Jones was the fourth highest blitz quarterback in the NFL, and he missed 2 games. They had to keep Ingram in there to block because they were getting blitzed so much. He was the fourth highest blitz.
Yeah, if you're getting blitzed like that, that's why you spread him out. If you want to keep sending blitzes out, that's why we put a trips to the right and have a receiver to the left, a 4 receiver set. So now that you blitz, I got quick hot routes.
Yeah, now we can do that. But
we can do that because we have the weapons to do it now.
Yes.
See, last year you could blitz all day because we know Austin Mack ain't beating us. we know we double team Darius Slayton. We ain't got to worry about nothing. We good. We know if we put one of our top corners on Sterling Shepard, we can hold him until the blitz gets there and he'll make a mistake or get sacked. They knew that last year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we were blitzed so much last year. I guarantee all that blitzing finna calm down. especially with Saquon Barkley back there. You imagine y'all sending all out blitz and he hit Saquon Barkley out the backfield on the screen? Well, everybody come up there. Now, this ain't Wayne Gallman. You ain't catching him.
Yeah. He's not getting caught after 20 yards.
Right. And his shiftiness is way better than Wayne Gallman in the open field. So we have so many weapons we can use now, man. Shout out to Dave Gettleman. I know a lot of people don't like him. I don't care. I'm one of the one that do like him. He did everything that he said that he was going to do since he's been here. So you got to give props to a man that keeps his word. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Dave Gettleman deserves his credit for every offseason move he did.
Half of that has to be Joe Judge too.
Okay. Well, Pat, I want to thank you for having me on. I'm going to duck out. It's getting a little bit late here in my time. I need my beauty sleep. I'm ugly enough as it is. but I want to leave you guys with one last thing. My breakout player is going to be Lorenzo Carter next year, and I'd love to hear who you guys.
I said that as well.
Yeah, most definitely.
I said that as well. I think Lorenzo Carter was going to have a breakout season last year before he got hurt. He was playing pretty doggone good.
I'm going to listen to you guys talk, and I'll catch y'all later.
All right, Joe. Have a good one, bro. I'm finna cut this off in about 10 minutes myself.
Thing is, I actually have another player who's gonna have a breakout year for defense.
McKinney?
Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah, I can see him having a big year too.
I got McKinney coming off an injury. He's gonna have a whole season.
Oh yeah, Xavier McKinney too. Yeah, I give that credit.
But Lorenzo Carter is going to be one of the most important pieces on that defense next year because I believe he brings the most pass rush ability on this team as far as the edge. I do believe that.
Right. We need to get him some edge help.
That's why I wouldn't mind them drafting Jalen. Man, him and Jalen Phillips rushing that passer. Hey, I'm taking that all day.
But because of Jalen Phillips' injury, I think we could easily trade down to 20 and get him.
I don't think so.
I think that because teams might think that he's injury prone and that he had a season-ending injury, right? He had what do you have? Tears ACL or something?
No, he had 3 concussions while he was at UCLA, and they have a 3 concussion rule, and that's why he retired because he didn't think anybody else would pick him up. And then Miami wound up picking him up in a waiver wire in college transfer portal. That's what they call it. And he wound up playing for Miami. So that's why he had to leave UCLA. He's basically like Sterling Shepard, but a defensive lineman when it comes to concussions.
Right.
So he is a couple of concussions from being away from the game, period.
Yeah.
So there is a major risk at drafting him. But I believe if he stays healthy, he's going to be a dynamite player and worth the number 11 pick.
Yeah.
The Giants just added more players to the roster.
That was early. They had the 2 DBs and a tight end.
Yeah.
Never heard.
Like I said, those are just roster filler players.
And
they'll be playing during the preseason, trying to get a spot for a special team spot.
With Joshua Kalu, he's pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, because
I'm talking about the tight end.
No,
the corner,
the defensive back.
Oh yeah,
the tight end only got 2 catches his whole career.
Yeah.
Nah, not him.
I was gonna say.
I don't know.
But man, fellas, I'm ready to wrap this up. As you've seen on the ticker, man, if you want to support, man, Big Pat Sports Talking, if you want to donate, man, hit the Cash App or hit the PayPal, man, is in the ticker in the bottom line. The donations will be greatly appreciated. They help grow towards making Big Pat Sports Talk one of the best sports talk channels on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to support right now, before I'm able to get super chats and everything here on YouTube, and I'm partnered, you can go and you can do it that way, and it'd be greatly appreciated.
Getting that bag.
Oh yeah, now let me show you something real quick. Look at Daniel Jones, man, working out. That's what's up.
Getting jacked.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that dude works, man.
I
believe he's gonna be the next best Giants quarterback. He's gonna be one of the good ones for the Giants.
Yes.
As long as we keep him upright, I think he'll be good this year.
And if we give him good offensive line.
Good
Mhm.
offensive line, good weapons, they'll thrive.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
But the thing is, if we make it to the playoffs, do you think do I think Daniel Jones gonna live up to his
Yo, what up, Big Fat?
expectations?
Going on,
Yo,
man?
DJ, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the show,
What's
man. I think it's
going
your
on?
first
What's
time
going
showing
on?
up, bro.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
good,
my
Daniel
first time
Jones?
showing up. I definitely be
DJ.
seeing you on Hub Channel. Feel me, Diggy Channel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my guys, man. Giants community, man. What's going on, bro?
Yes,
All
sir.
day, man.
What's going
Well,
on?
I was finna get off, but since we got a new guest, I gotta ask him a couple of questions before I get
What's
off.
going on? What's going on? What's going
What
on,
do you
Big
think? What do you
Fat?
think of the Danny Shelton signing? And what do you think
Listen,
we do at 11 in the draft, this
listen.
upcoming draft?
Danny Shelton. I don't really know about like that Playboy, but I know we need a Dalvin replacement. I know that. So I'm just hoping. I'm not expecting to be Dalvin because I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna miss Dalvin. Feel me? But I just hope that he comes in. He performs. He plays great. I know Coach Spence, Coach Chaos gonna teach him how it is gonna go. You know what I'm saying, bro? So yeah. Feel me? So I just think that he gotta just just keep his head down, keep working. You know what I mean? Every day, and he gonna get a spot. Feel me? But
Yo, he sound Dominican.
as far as 11, bro, my guy. Well, listen, at 11, we gotta go Parsons, bro. Gotta go Parsons.
Hmm.
We gotta
Big
go
fact.
edge. We gotta go edge. We gotta go edge. We gotta go get that guy. Put me
Mm.
third down. I mean 1-2. Know what I'm saying, bro? Like
Hmm.
that. Him, Phillips, or kid from Georgia. I'm forgetting his name.
I don't know.
Ojulari.
Ojalari.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them three guys. Know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of O lineman at 11 at all. At all. I'll be pissed if we go Slater. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Now I wasn't before, but then I was thinking about we drafted Thomas Shane, Will. We drafted all these linemen. Like feel me, like nah. So lineman in the second, but the first Parsons for me. I listen. The only lineman I'm taking at 11 is
Slater.
Sewell. It's Sewell. It's Penny Sewell from
Yeah. If he's there, yeah.
Oregon. But he's not gonna be there most likely.
Yeah, he's not
So
gonna be there.
Yeah,
so
he
He's
so
not
not.
so
gonna be
so
there.
so, so he's not. So yeah. So that's pointless. So anyways, so it's Parsons, one of the three edges, right? Um, Waddle Smith, I'll be cool with,
I
or
don't
Pitt.
receive him.
I'll be cool with Waddle or Smith because I really think Waddle and Smith can make our offense much more deadly. Like
Right.
it's already going to be good, but if you add them on his weapon tree now, bro, a healthy bro. Listen, Slayton, Barkley,
Sterling Shepard.
Smith or Waddle,
Oh,
right? Shepard and Ingram, bro. To me,
It's raps.
yo, it's raps. It's like
raps,
this,
bro.
bro. Feel me, bro?
Hmm.
Daniel
Yeah,
Jones, bro.
I can see that.
If they give Daniel Jones, Waddle, or Smith, and all Kyle Pitts, bro, he better ball out next year, bro.
Bro, this
Right.
team is gonna
There's no
be.
fuss about it. Regardless, now it's still
Mm-hmm.
now. But if you add one more playmaker to the team, that's gonna be crazy. But listen, but I'm
Yeah,
down with Edge though. But if we do that, yo, I'll be a happy guy on
for
draft night.
real.
I
Yeah.
mean,
No,
Our
I'm
I mean,
defense
I
is gonna
guess.
on
be.
draft.
Listen,
Our defense is gonna be. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind going for edge, but I think offensive line is the smart move.
Yo. All right.
Yeah.
Offense is
Offensive
gonna
line.
be
Take
Kelly
the offensive
Grosso,
I
line.
will
bro.
go all line second.
Yeah.
That's me though. I will go all line second. I will
Yeah.
go
Why
edge
not
or
the
wide receiver
first?
in the
We
first.
could.
I just
Because
because
the I,
here's why though, right? Here's why in the first. Feel me? Because what's the good edge rushers after them three guys I just named are gonna be there in the second though?
Nobody.
Good question. Nobody,
Roche,
right? So it's
But the
like
Roche is the
thing
best
is,
you're gonna get.
feel
I
me? Like
believe
White
Roche
Davis
be
might
the
be
best
there
you get.
in the second. Ben Cleveland, I'm hearing the kid named Ben Cleveland. He might be there in the
Yeah.
second. Like them guys gonna be there in the second. For me, Parsons, Ojolari, Phillips is not gonna be there by the time we pick the second round. So we have to go either edge. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? honestly, we need to go edge. Feel me?
No,
Joe Judge
no,
probably
we don't.
go edge.
If
We can get-
if you smart enough, we'll go with offensive line. We need somebody who could protect Daniel Jones here.
We can get some quality linemen like Wyatt Davis in the second round.
Listen,
True.
are we really in
That's
a rush
true.
of an edge? I feel like our D line will be solid though without an edge.
Parsons
Yo,
is
do you
different.
know how? Do you know how good? Do you know,
But Leonard Williams, like you can't. I saw Barkley. You can't expect Leonard Williams to have 11 sacks again in the same scheme what he had like last year. Though he's gonna have a downgrade a little bit. Feel me?
Yeah.
Because he got paid, and then also it's hard to do what you did after 1 year. Feel me? So he needs that help. He needs that fire and ice. He needs that partner in crime that could like, okay, if I'm not showing up, I gotta let somebody else gotta show up besides him on the line. He can't do it
if
all by himself.
if we get Phillips, oh
Yeah.
my goodness! If we can
Yeah.
get Phillips on that other edge, but
Yeah.
on the other edge with Carter,
Phillips or Parsons or Jelani.
yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
man, we gonna be straight, bro.
For
We
real.
gonna be straight. That
Our
would be
defense is
fine.
gonna be peligroso. Our defense is gonna be peligroso, bro. I'm telling
Parsons
you.
is different, bro. I'm telling you. You don't.
Well,
we
that's
don't
what
pass
it
him
is.
on
Different.
I
11.
actually do not want Parsons. After hearing that, no, I don't want him.
Man, Parsons is
Nah,
different, bro.
man. Just because what did he do? Can somebody
Bro,
tell me what did he
there
do?
is no proof he did it, guys. See, there's no
What did
proof.
he do? What
That's
did he
true.
do? What did he do?
And
There's no proof. He
And
don't
that's-
look gay.
They
He don't look
said-
gay, guys. Come
they
on now.
said-
Can I say it? Can I say it on live though? Like what he did, or y'all gonna make it like clean? What did
Nah,
he do?
they said he did some, Sandusky stuff.
freaky stuff going on.
Yeah, he did some
nah.
Sandusky
Like that?
stuff and
Right.
like a
Listen,
knife.
man. Listen, man. That's a bunch
He's
of.
innocent.
That's a bunch of. Yeah, man. That's yo. That's females talking and
Yep.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? But listen,
But we got
Guys,
people
no
from Penn
evidence.
State.
Wait, and
And-
also wait. If that applies to Parsons, same thing with Deshaun Watson. He might be innocent too.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Not
Deshaun Watson
that's
is
just-
innocent. They
that's
said it
just
yesterday.
females doing this.
That's
That's what
that's
they
just
doing,
female.
bro.
Yes.
That's what they doing. That's what
Yes.
they doing,
The
bro.
whole
They're trying to make
Deshaun
money.
Watson
Bodies,
case.
bro. I'm telling you.
Just
Yeah.
say
believe
that
the
so
whole
they can get some
hey.
money out of it.
Yeah, I believe the whole Deshaun
So they
Watson
get some
case
money
was
out of
for
it.
extortion.
So they get some money out of it. You know what I'm saying? Help out with their little bills or something they going
Right.
on in their lives. Like,
Right.
yo,
Wait,
bro,
the
that's,
thing
that's what it all is, bro. It's nothing serious with Deshaun Watson. Too,
It's just females, bro. It's just
Hey, yo,
females
Pat,
trying to
thing
bring
is-
another young
females,
athlete down, bro.
talking,
True.
chapping, and doing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Females doing female things, bro. That's all. That's all. But honestly,
a
yo, like, listen. I'll be cool with either receiver or D lineman. Feel me? You know what I'm saying, bro? I think we'll add one more weapon either in the first, not in the first, later on down like the third or the fourth round.
You really want to know what I think they do?
Yeah, what's up?
If Smith or Waddle was there,
Yeah,
and if Joe Judge doesn't tell Patrick Graham, we're gonna get you a weapon for you on defense this first round, they take Smith or Waddle the first round.
I don't want that.
Unless Slater is right there. Unless Slater is right there, then it'll be up for debate. Then they'll have a little conference and decide which one they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
That second round, if they don't take a receiver that first round, don't
It's
be
gonna be in the
surprised
second
if
round.
Rondell Moore slips to them in the second round. They take Rondell Moore.
I don't want Rondell Moore. He's too short.
how is
He will be
Bateman be
absolutely.
there at 42?
Huh?
Will Bateman be there at 42?
No.
No.
Pittman? Who Pittman?
He goes in
No,
the first
Bateman
round.
could
Oh
be
yeah,
there.
Wait,
wait,
Bateman.
and also
But listen,
everybody-
if you got Kenny Galladay and Slayton on the outside, Rondell Moore would be the perfect receiver for the slot.
Slot, yeah. I think we get Elijah Moore in the third.
I was hearing. I was.
thing is, we don't need a slot receiver though.
I could.
With Shepard's coming up next year, I believe.
We need a guy that's going to get like separation because like Kenny Galladay is more of that jump ball receiver,
Yep, that's what I
right?
was saying earlier.
So we need a guy that's gonna like get shifty, get crafty a little bit. You know what I mean? Get like, a couple moves going on. You know what I'm saying? Couple juke move, couple break some ankles.
Wait, thing is
Know me?
like a Diggs type of receiver.
That's what we need, like a Diggs
Devontae Adams, maybe.
Not Devontae. Yeah, Devontae, Odell, like that guy that can get open all the time, and like you can throw him the ball, release open. Feel me? Like,
yeah, if we got a receiver like that as a second, that's what Rondell Moore is, though.
That is true. But the thing is, if we do draft a wide receiver, right, Darius Slayton is not gonna be on the field.
No, he's not.
I don't know about that.
He's not.
What's going on, Miz?
We could run four set. We could run four set wide receiver though, respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because well, we're gonna see how the training camp preseason game finds out.
But if you want that type of receiver, you said you wanted that second type receiver that you can put over there get open all the time. That's Devontae Smith.
That's Devontae Smith, right?
All day.
That's
Waddle all day.
He's too small. He's too skinny and stuff like that. But that's just a bunch of nonsense to me, bro.
Look at the way he releases on his route.
You can get open, bro. For me, bro. You know what I'm saying? But this year, honestly, bro, listen. This is what I think about this year, right? So Mara comments real quick, right? So check this, right? Do I feel like Mara was capping? Yes, he was. Calling him a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. Okay. I think Jones just needs to get more polish, right? Obviously, he needs to work on the fumbling, obviously, and progression.
I don't say about the fumble part.
Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, bro? But I feel like he needs to work on reading defense.
Pocket awareness.
Yeah. Knowing like how to slide out of pockets.
But that's half of that offensive line.
And also half that is on him.
I agree.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Zeke. Who the other guy's gone, but I'm gonna ask Zeke. When it comes to pocket presence, is Andrew Luck one of the top pocket presence quarterbacks that you've ever seen? When he played with the Colts.
Wait.
When Andrew Luck maneuvered in that pocket with the Indianapolis Colts.
Yo, Pat, Luck was a beast, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Luck was the beast.
Andrew Luck was an absolute monster, and his offensive line was no better than what Daniel Jones's lines were. Right?
That's a good point. Andrew Luck was doing filthy numbers with battle online. That's a fact.
One of the worst offensive lines you can have. Filthy.
And also
Deshaun Watson, same thing, right?
Watson was killing. Yeah, Watson get busy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was on the Watson train a little bit of the rumors, but I just knew we was never gonna get him. So
pocket presence when it comes to a quarterback is a quarterback's. It has nothing to do with your offensive lineman. Yes, they could be that bad to where you just get hit immediately.
Yeah.
But our offensive line was not that bad anymore to where he was just getting hit as soon as he said height. Yep. Some of the times you can see that the offensive lineman is trying to push him past the quarterback in the pocket, but he just keeps standing there, not realizing that he could just take a quick step up and maybe move a little bit to the left or move a little bit to the right and open up the field. You got to have pocket presence as a quarterback, and he has to get better at that. That's some of the reason why he gets killed. Your quarterback can make your offensive line look bad too.
And Pat, that's a fact. How about Tom Brady, right? Tom Brady never runs out the pocket, but he has one of the best pocket awareness standing in the pocket.
Right. So sometimes your quarterback can make your offensive line look worse than what they are if he doesn't have good pocket presence.
That's true.
He needs
to focus on his pocket awareness.
Aaron Rodgers.
Focus on, you know what I'm saying? Focus on, know what I mean? Reading the defense. You know what I'm saying? What they're showing too. Another thing too, Garrett got to help him out too, man. Jason Garrett is not getting a pass this year either, because his play designing, his route concepts, garbage last year.
Curls,
garbage, straight up horrible
curls,
all curl routes all game long. Yo,
and
bro,
let me tell you about
game long. We need to.
Let me tell you about that a little bit too, y'all.
Yeah,
curls with Jason Garrett.
Yeah,
with Jason Garrett. Let me tell you a little bit about that.
Hashtag curl routes.
Go ahead, big dog. Go ahead.
Jason Garrett is working with the same people that Daniel Jones was working with, correct?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was.
So if you're giving an excuse to Daniel Jones for last year to say that he didn't have the weapons to throw it to,
right?
Garrett is coaching those weapons that he's throwing it to, right? So he has to get a pass for last year too. If you want to put it that way.
Here's why I say no, because the great play callers in the game, bro, is gonna get them open regardless. Like it's route concepts you can make as like, okay, I know how to get this guy open. I know how to like find ways to get guys like open.
I don't care.
Like that. Like it's a design play, bro. Like if I'm running more deep, like let's say take out curves out of the playbook, and we're running more like 4 verticals or running more like deep posts and stuff like that, right? I expect like guys to get your route concepts, right, bro, will get you open in some way. Your play design, your play calling, like the great ones like Andy Reid, the Kyle Shanahan,
but you have to have the receivers.
You guys open though for me.
You have to have the receivers that know how to run the concept. How many times did Jason Garrett last year try to run a rub concept when we got an offensive pass interference call because they're running straight into the DB, not making it look like they're trying to get to their spot? We had Austin Mack out there.
Well, listen, man. We gotta run more deep passes, Pat. That's all I'm saying, though. We gotta.
I believe we run more deep passes this year. If he runs straight curls and everything this year, he would be fired by week 3.
Fired, yeah. In fact, he'll be going by like week 5, bro. Like
because you got Galladay, you got Slayton, you got Ross, you got Ingram, you got Rudolph.
More like post routes, 4 verticals. Yeah. Bootleg play action bomb,
or
bro.
Or the only way he might not get fired is if Joe Judge tells him to do outplays.
Outplays? What's that?
Like outruns.
Outruns is like comebacks.
Hey, Miz, you always welcome to call in, bro. You can call in anytime you want to, bro.
Comebacks? Or nah.
No, like those outs. Like Kenny Galladay runs those outs and catch those balls. That's
man, look, you can run Kenny Galladay on any reps. All this stuff about he can't get separation, I don't understand that.
Right.
Dude's been getting separation with the Lions for a while, and if he doesn't get the separation, he's gonna out jump him.
It's BS though, but like Jones though, man. Listen, man, Jones gotta get more polish. Jones gotta obviously win games, win big games. For me, the only game on the schedule I don't think he has a chance in at all is Kansas City, because
I believe we got a hell of a chance against Kansas City.
Oh, you do? No,
I believe we have a hell of a chance against Kansas City. You want to know why?
Their
whole offensive line is gone.
Yeah, that offensive line is.
And our defense, I don't care what team is out there. I don't care what team is out there.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. Do you think, because I was saying this, right? I was thinking, right? I actually had the Chargers win that division next year. Do you agree?
The Chargers?
Yeah.
We're gonna beat the Chargers.
Ooh, that's tough, man.
I don't know.
Shout out to the Miz joining the channel, man. What's going on, bro?
What up, bro?
Guys, what's going on?
What up, bro? What's up?
Guys.
I still think the Chiefs win that division, but I believe it's going to be a lot harder than people think for them.
Yeah.
I agree.
Broncos.
I don't think Mahomes is going to have all the time in the world next year to do that ball, bro. He's going to get pressure a lot.
Right.
The way this team is built, DJ, I think we can compete with anybody on the field if we bring what we brought last year.
Me too, bro. Obviously, we're not going 17-0, of course. Obviously.
Yeah, we're not going 17-0.
But like I'm saying, though, like I expect to see 10, 11, 12 wins on the schedule, like wins like this year, bro.
Yes.
We should dominate. Like, no.
All right, here's what we can say. I expect 9 to 11 wins this coming up season. That's what I expect.
9 to 10.
Yeah, 9 at the very least.
9 to 10.
Realistically. Yeah.
I could say
if we don't have 9 wins, it will be a failed season.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all. Hey, hold on, y'all.
Make the postseason is a failure.
Hold on, y'all. Hey, Miz, can you hear us?
Yeah, do you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, we can hear you now.
If we don't make the
talking
playoffs,
about the Kansas City Chiefs division, or are you talking about the Giants?
We're talking about the Giants record.
We're talking about the Giants. He's saying that the Chargers might beat out the Chiefs for the division.
I
say no. but it's going to be a lot harder than what people expect. Because the
Right.
Chargers
Kansas City's gonna smoke that division. They went out and stacked their offensive line, which cost them the Super Bowl, and they're coming back with a chip on their shoulder.
Chargers almost beat them last year, didn't they?
Wait.
If I remember
They
correctly.
almost did though.
How about
They
the
almost
Raiders?
did though.
How about the Raiders beating Kansas City?
the Raiders beat
You
Kansas
could
City
always
once
win it.
every
You could
year.
always win a game. You could always win a game in your division, but at the
Yeah,
end
that's
of the
true.
year, the Chiefs are winning that
That's
division.
true.
Yeah, the Chiefs. I say the Chiefs are winning that division, but it's going to be exciting to see what Herbert could do
Let
with
me
the
ask you a
Chargers.
question. Do y'all think Mahomes is done?
No.
No.
No. Hell
How do
no.
you go from Mahomes being done because he lost to
Super
one
Bowl.
of the best defenses in the league last year, and he had no
For
offensive
real.
lineman? How did
And
you
he-
go
I don't
from
think he's
all
done.
world to being
I don't think
done?
he's done though.
And
I don't think he's done.
And he also won
I
the
think-
Super Bowl.
He's gonna come back with that fire. Like, listen, like y'all, like, okay, that's what y'all did. Okay,
Like that's ridiculous. How could he go from being that good to be done in 1 year?
No,
It's like how
Career's over.
it's gonna be hard
He's
for him
not.
though.
we
If you
we
wanna
also have to
talk
give
about
give
Mahomes
Mahomes
is
to
done-
Tampa Bay D line as well.
If you want to
Yeah,
talk about
D-line.
Mahomes is done, then we revisit each other in about 10 years.
Right. In about
He's got
10
like
years.
another 2 Super Bowls in him.
Wait, hold up.
Super Bowl.
Thing is, if we,
Another
if
10
we,
years when he's about 37.
yep,
We
thing is,
can talk.
if we
Now,
talk
I
about,
came on because you guys were talking about the strategies of
if
the
we
Giants
talking about,
offense, but I didn't hear
Mahomes being
anybody.
done, we're
I
not
didn't hear
applauding
anyone
Lamar
mention
Jackson.
that Barkley wasn't healthy last year, and that hurt Jones a lot.
That's
That
true.
did help.
I agree with
hurt
that.
Jones a lot.
Rocky, they hurt too. But I'm gonna call you TM because I can't say your name.
That's all right.
So I'm gonna just say TM.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm TM. Like, here's how I feel. Right, I feel like he should have made the plays around him better in terms of like reading the defense. Obviously, Garrett sucked too last year too. By the way, it's not all on him. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, his receiving core couldn't do him any favors of getting open downfield, and Evan Ingram being Evan Ingram didn't help him either at all. But I just feel like he could have made some plays.
Yeah,
That
but
was
listen,
it.
did you hear what you just said? You just said the receivers couldn't make plays. Ingram didn't help him because he dropped the ball or two that cost them 2 games. His offensive line wasn't ready yet, and he didn't have maybe arguably when healthy the best running back in football. You just named the entire offense, man.
I bet you was there.
So you basically
Listen,
said Jones is playing
So I
all
feel
alone.
like this, right? I feel like this, right? Did he help? Was he great last year? Nah, no, he wasn't. Feel me? But the team around him wasn't good around him. His offense wasn't good around him also. So I feel like the whole offense took a step down as one. But I do feel like this year, getting Kenny G, getting Kyle Rudolph, getting John Ross, getting back Saquon Barkley is going to help him out tremendously. And I feel like, I don't like Garrett. I was not a fan of bringing Garrett back. I'll be the first one to say it. His play calling is trash to me. It's horrible to me. But, people told me that him in the same scheme, in the same familiarity, right, is going to help him out. So I'm going to give him a shot. I'm going to give him a chance. And I think he'll have a breakout year this year with the weapons we have.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm gonna be honest. I think the Giants set Jones up for a big year here, and still the biggest key. And they're not done, man. They're gonna stack up this O line in the draft, and the biggest key is Barkley. Because if Barkley's healthy, and you have to put 8 in the box and worry about Barkley, the play action, Jones has a nice deep arm. He's gonna destroy secondaries. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You have to give him just one more year
man, that
to see
does
what
help
he's
out
got.
a whole lot.
You gotta have patience, man. In reality, he's only had a year and a half because he didn't play a lot of games the first year. He missed 3, and when he finally started coming around last year, he caught that injury.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true. But I do say this though, TM. But I will say this though. This is it for him. Like to me personally, I think if he does this off this year, like if he like not like doesn't like progress this year, we had to move on. It probably sucked to say that, but at the end of the day, in this league, when you're about to play a quarterback, mad money and salary cap keeps on going up. You know what I mean? He takes ties. The quarterback takes ties to your franchise off of the cap room, the cap space, and all of that. So if he doesn't show up this year, we might move on and get a new quarterback. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So that's true.
I say if we don't. I say we don't go in the draft and do. I say we bring in a veteran to compete.
That's true.
With them.
That's true.
A veteran to compete.
I agree with that.
Go back and look at Eli's first 2 years. They were worse than Jones. Everybody want to throw him out. Also, if you remember.
That's true. That's true.
Eli first came out
really bad.
That's true.
Let me tell you, the Giants are one of the most patient, old school organizations there is. Jones won't be terrible this year. As long as he's showing a little more in progress, he's going to be here for a 4th year also. The Giants are out to prove something, and there's a little war going on between the Giants and the media.
Let me ask you a question.
They're purposely going to stick with Jones. I'm telling you.
All right, so let me ask you a question. What in your mind, what do you think is the only way we get a new quarterback in here next year? It was like top 5 in the draft?
Yeah. That's the only way.
Let me tell you, there's no way in the world the Giants are top 5 in the draft after this year. I'm telling you right now, there's no way.
That's fair. That's fair.
The only way they draft a new quarterback.
I think next year we're in a Trubisky golf situation where the team around him is good, and we don't have a high draft pick because the team around him is good, but he might like hold us back a little bit. But we still have to stay with him because there is no other options in the pick we have next year because that pick might not be top 5, basically.
I say Daniel Jones throws over 20 touchdowns this upcoming year, and I strongly believe this guy could throw the 4,000 yards.
I agree with that.
I strongly believe he can.
I agree with that.
And that's
I know what he's saying about if things go real south. I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, you could call me out on this if it doesn't happen. The Giants are going to the playoffs this year, and Jones ain't going nowhere. You remember I said that.
Yeah.
That's
I believe we go to the playoffs. I believe at the very worst we're 10-7, but I believe we can go 12-5, man. I believe the only team that's going to beat us in this division maybe once is the Cowboys.
Yeah.
For some reason, we always find a way to lose to the Cowboys.
We always
that Eagle sweep is coming. We sweeping the Eagles this year. That's coming.
The Eagles are going to win 3 games this year, man.
That's coming this year.
I'm telling you, we're gonna score over 30 points against the Eagles.
That's gonna be a weight of an ass whooping I've been waiting for like a long time, bro.
We
always freaking lose to the Eagles.
I cannot wait to sweep them, bro. When we sweep them, that video on my Twitter account, bro, or on my YouTube I got, bro, it's gonna be legendary.
We're gonna be smoking that Eagles.
Beard one says DJ is a top 10 quarterback this year. I hope so, Joe.
I see that.
He is.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? You just gotta have a Baker year, bro. Just be bro. Be Baker, bro. That's it, bro. Baker honestly didn't even have a good year like that. They just gave the ball to Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt all the time. You know what I'm saying? Ran play action bootlegs and all that, bro. That's all he gotta do, bro. Just be a game manager, bro. Be a game manager. Don't lose the game for us, bro. Let me give the ball to Barkley 20, 40 times. Let me air it out to Galladay a couple times. You know what I'm saying, bro? Just lay in the rule.
That's what I told you.
Just be Baker. That's it.
Jones has a big time year as far as Barkley takes us because Barkley in the running game opens up the play action. Same thing.
The whole offense, man.
Has to be healthy. Saquon Barkley got to be healthy this year. If he's not healthy this year,
the whole offense.
If he's not healthy this year, he will not get paid from us. We'll
pick up his option though, because his option is only $7 million. So we'll pick up his option.
I don't know. Barkley may have to go if he gets injured again.
He might now. If he get hurt again, he's not coming back. I'm telling you that right now. He will not be a Giant if he get hurt again.
But then we're gonna get mad. We're gonna get mad if he be good in a different team.
Yeah, That's true. That's true. Or what we could do is instead of the option, you know what I'm saying, pay him, then trade him to a team that might want him. You know what I'm saying, for a couple
Yeah.
draft picks. We could do
Yeah.
that. We could do that too. You
Yo,
know what
Z,
I'm saying?
you got a hurricane at your house or something, bro?
Nah, that's Tezzy. That's TM because remember last time?
Yeah. I didn't have problems with the phone. I gotta get it onto the computer. I'll do that today.
Nah, you're good. I think Zeke was just blown into his mic.
Yeah, guys. But
I tell
anyway,
you one thing. I tell you one thing about there's only two ways it goes with Barkley. He either gets injured again or he's gonna have a big time year. And we all know that.
Yeah.
He
I
is.
don't think there's an in
It's
between,
going
honestly.
one way or the other. If he
No.
plays, he's gonna have a good year, or he doesn't play because he's injured. That's the type of player Barkley is, man.
Damn,
Yep.
we've been here for a long time.
Yeah, it's been 2 hours and 20 minutes, folks. I'm getting ready to shut this down.
Big Pat. Good to see you,
Yo,
my
I got
guy.
a question. Yo, I got a question for DJ.
It's good.
Yo, are you Dominican? Cause I see a flag up there.
I'm half, bro. I'm half.
No.
Dominicano. I see you. Spanish. I see
Nah,
you.
he's a true New Yorker, man.
Yeah, he got the accent. He got the accent.
Raised in
He
New
got the
York City,
lingo.
man. Straight out of Queens.
Sound like
New
you
York,
from the
man.
Bronx.
Nah,
Yeah.
Queens over here, man.
Queens, okay.
Queens.
Yeah, he got the accent. He got the accent. He got
Man,
the accent
somebody
and
is
everything.
asleep. Who
Yo,
is that?
yo,
that?
guy, I'm gonna go,
Bro, you
man.
gotta-
Next time.
That's not my mic, bro. I got a good mic.
Nah, bro, you got a hurricane at your house or
Big
something.
Pat, we do this again,
All right,
bro.
we talk next time. all right?
I'll be doing a show more than likely tomorrow as well. You know, I try to get one in every day. Everybody on here is always welcome to call in and talk some Giants,
Big
man.
Pat.
Everybody.
Big Pat. I'll never be in the mall for sure. I'm off tomorrow, though.
Okay.
Never there tomorrow for sure.
I don't know if you sub yet, DJ, already. This is my
I
first
already
time.
subbed you. I already subbed you, bro.
Okay, I got you.
I already
But,
subbed you, guy.
Everybody in the chats from Twitch,
TM, be
Facebook,
good, bro.
YouTube. Thank y'all.
Yeah,
Appreciate you having me on.
Yes, sir.
Be added to
Yep,
the
salute.
All right, guys.
And shout out, sub up to Miz before he left. Sub up the Miz channel as well, man. He brings such
Who's
good
Miz?
every time he comes on, man. So sub up him as well.
TM.
Like I said, if you're watching,
TM.
if you want to support the show, man, to make the
TM,
show
TM.
bigger, as of right now, I'm not a partner with YouTube. You can go to my PayPal or you can donate to my Cash App.
Get
And
that
don't forget to
bag.
like and subscribe, man. Thank y'all for the support. But until tomorrow, hopefully all you guys can tune in tomorrow. I will be doing the show tomorrow as well, man. Y'all come through.
Yeah, I got you. Appreciate you
All
having
right.
me on.
But till the next episode, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. This is Big Pat Sports Talk. You know, I'm always going to talk my talk no matter what anybody thought. Thank you for talking your talk with me. We'll be on the next day, which is tomorrow, probably around 9.
All right.
Probably around 9. So 9 my time is like 10 you guys' time.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. See y'all tomorrow, man.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Peace out, yeah.
All right.